Hello everyone, welcome back to Dork Duo Plays the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve. Now, in case y'all have forgotten, we're on the lookout for a man named Enoch Drebber.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, we need to have him like be subpoenaed so he can appear in court, right?
Yes.
Because we have some questions to ask him.
Oh, this room. It's been too long. It hasn't changed in the slightest, though. And it's been some 6 months, hasn't it? That's a long time for things to say so familiar.
I didn't know when you might return, so I want everything to be as you left it. But it has been some 6 months, it's true.
So is your father alright, Susie? What happened? My father?
Yes, Professor Mikotoba. I mean, that's half a year ago. That's why you went back to Japan. You got the telegram you received saying you had fallen ill with a very high fever for some unknown reason.
That's right. So I was surprised to learn you'd be coming back so soon. Surprised but happy. I think I wrote about in my letter to you that it was all a trick. My father's in fine health, and I'm obviously very relieved about that.
Well, we're delighted to have you back.
It was quite by accident that I've been able to return to Europe, actually. It's because of a very grand conference called the International Forensic Science Symposium.
The International Forensic... That's the same... What's it?
Symposium.
Symposium? Yeah, Symposium. Or
Symposium.
Oh, Symposium. Lord Strongheart mentioned.
Anyway, I've arrived safe and sound, and all that matters is that I'm here now. After all, I haven't yet fulfilled my promise to you, Iris. Oh!
You must tell us everything that happened while you were back in Japan.
Yes, of course, I shall.
And there's one other thing. Something you wrote in your letter that particularly grabbed my attention. About, you know who. About Kazuma.
I know. I'll tell you all that I can. When I first arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd never be allowed to return to Britain. But curiously, after that awful trial at the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely.
The awful trial? Oh yes. For the murder of Giselle Brett.
Ooh, you dressed as a man then, didn't you, Susie? Yes, and my lady friend was quite enamored with me. Oh,
Yeah.
well, yes, since women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice. Wow, amazing! I wish I'd seen it. Don't you, Reno?
Yes, I suppose so.
I want to play at being a lawyer now. I could wear a false mustache, maybe.
You look like freaking Hat Kid.
Pretty much. I don't think any mustache would hide the fact that you're just 10 years old, Iris.
Or not Hat Kid, Mustache Girl. I was getting the wrong characters there.
Yeah, basically the same people. There's something else I've been wanting to ask you, Miss Susato. It's about the real reason why Professor Mikotoba summoned you back to Japan. You said in your letter it had something to do with the convict's loot we found in Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
That's right. The very large dog collar we found with the bee emblem on it. It seems Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the collar in the report he submitted about his time in Britain. I understand that when Father saw the report, he turned as white as a sheet.
Why would that be then?
Father came to Britain himself, of course, to study. It was some time ago now, but he stayed for 6 years. I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time. But if he refuses to tell me what it was, then I intend to find the answers for myself. And I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any more secrets. Oh, Susie.
That's a very meaningful look Susato-san's giving Iris there. Lord Strongheart mentioned something about the symposium too. I think he said that investigative authorities from 40 different countries would attend.
Yes, and from Japan, my father and Judge Jigoku have been invited. It's something of an honor, I believe.
I thought you were about to say Judge Judy. I was like, you won't be born until way later.
Now she's from America.
America. Well, Professor Mikatova is the leading expert in forensic medicine in our country, after all. But who's the other person you mentioned? A judge, did you say?
Yes, His Excellency, Judge Seishiro Jigoku. You've met him, Mr. Naruhodo. Last year, in the Supreme Court. You can't possibly have forgotten. That terrible trial of yours, when you were accused of murder.
Remember that? That was a fun time in your life.
Yeah. Yes, I try to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days.
Well, it was Judge Jigoku who presided over that trial.
If I'm perfectly honest, I'd be happy to never see that man's face again in my life.
Got some bad news for you.
Oh, well anyway, as father was invited to the symposium, he agreed to me returning to Britain too. He won't actually arrive until next month, but, well, I couldn't wait. So I pleaded with him, and in the end he agreed to me going on ahead.
Yes, about the symposium. It seems as though Lord Strongheart has put an awful lot of work to make it happen. It's obviously very important.
I believe it is, yes. As I understand it, Lord Strongheart organized the entire event himself. I think he's hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General.
The most senior position in the British justice system.
He's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest policing institution. That's what Father said anyway. Apparently it's Lord Strongheart's lifelong ambition.
Does Professor Mikatoba know Lord Strongheart personally then, I wonder? Actually, Lord Strongheart gave me a long speech of all about the very subject only yesterday. But I sort of lost the will to live early on and didn't really listen to much of it.
I lost the will to live early on.
I'm trying for you.
Yeah. That would be me to a T.
Right.
Giselle Brett. The woman whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongly accused of a crime I didn't commit. The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson. Yes, Giselle Brett. That's a name I won't forget for as long as I live.
The extraordinary thing is, though, it seems it's a name we should all forget.
Sorry?
Since the incident, our government's intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett. But it turns out that an Englishwoman by the name of Giselle Brett didn't actually exist.
An alias.
Didn't exist? But how can that be?
It was a pseudonym. Her real name was Sheen. Sheen!
Aishin?
Sheen. Sheen. That was the fourth name in that list.
Oh. Okay.
And she wasn't a visiting student either. That was yeah, that's weird.
A front? Who on earth was she then?
Miss Sheen. Her name is literally all our intelligence services have been able to ascertain about her. Nobody knows why, or even how she came to be in Japan. It's a complete mystery.
But that makes no sense. There's no easy test to be accepted as a foreign student anywhere. Look at that woman been up to.
I'm afraid I really don't know. The only thing we can be sure of is that she had some business in our country that we don't yet understand.
It's really weird because that was one of the 4 names that was a hit list.
Yeah.
And the other name in there was also John Wilson, which is the man she killed. But she was also on that list.
I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense. And now she's been killed. While all the questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered.
I'm afraid so.
Sheen. Who on earth was she? And why do I feel as though I've heard that name before somewhere. Well, of course we would know. What about Cosmo?
After my friend Ray's trial, the reporter who actually killed Miss Brett said something very strange.
I know that. I don't remember who did this. Who was Mini Memo?
Oh,
This was you.
I think I was Mini Memo. Let me see. I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went on. In that visiting student's fate. Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't even. They don't know what the guy never made it to England. That he died on that steamship. And that he'll never. Oh.
Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at the time. But later, I visited the man in his prison cell and asked him what he was going to say about Kazuma-sama.
And what did you learn?
After he died on the voyage to Great Britain, his body should have been unladen at the port of Hong Kong and passed into the care of the consulate staff there.
Should have been.
Well, it turns out that his body never... Freaking everything just goes wrong in these games.
Jeez. So he's
It
lost
just-
at sea?
Disappeared.
What? Cosmo's body vanished?
Our government tried to cover the fact up, it seems. They erected a grave on the cliffs by our hometown. Except, Kazuma-sama isn't there.
Did Professor Mikatoba know about this?
Yes, it would seem that he did. But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Kazuma-sama's body as we speak.
I just don't believe it. What is this acute feeling of apprehension I have all of a sudden? Thinking back now, some of the things that happened on the SS Broody was definitely strange. I mean, after he died, we never saw his body again, did we?
Hmm.
Could it be? Could it be that he's actually still alive?
Stop it, Mr. Naruhodo. It's too much to bear.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to...
Just thinking about the possibility pains me so very much. Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. When Kazuma-sama was discovered, Mr. Sholmes was there, wasn't he? And he definitely examined the body. I remember it clearly.
You're right. So if Cosmo hadn't actually been dead at all, it would have meant that Mr. Sholmes had lied to us.
But there's no reason why he would possibly have done such a thing.
Yes, it is.
What's the reason? Why would he have lied to us?
It could have something to do about the... I mean, he's not being, very I guess, like, very talkative about the whole, you know, was it the Baskerville case?
Well, no,
Like,
but
yeah.
he's
but
also
at the
been
same
very
time-
clear that he will not want to talk about it. That's not of our importance.
Yeah, but there also could be more stuff about it, because there's also stuff happening over there in Japan as well.
Do you think
plus,
Kazuma dying relates to the Hound of the Baskervilles?
Yeah, like...
Do you think it
because
does?
Yeah, because also, Cosmo was also, like, on that hit list with everyone else, including John H. Wilson, and, you know...
If you'll
him
recall,
and-
the case with Selden, the Hound of the Baskervilles, was many years prior to this hit list.
But they could all know something, though.
You
Like,
think?
they could have
You think
all-
Giselle Brett, John H. Wilson, and Kazuma, and also, which the only person I could imagine knows is Gregson. You think all four of them knew about the case of the case of the Baskervilles? You think Kazuma knew the case of the Baskervilles when he couldn't even speak English?
I mean, Mikatoba could have told him. He's been to England, like, 6 years ago, prior. And he also had dealings with Cosmo as well. And he also didn't want to become a lawyer to cover the truth about, like, you know, basically, like, rewrite the Japan's justice system. And he also wanted to learn some things over there in England as well. And there was also that one time he said that, hey, There's something else that I need your help with while we're over here in England, but we never
Then
got a chance
let me
to
ask
know
you this
about it.
then. What does Cosmo being dead, if he was actually alive, what does him being dead make better for anyone who thought that Miss What's Her Name killed him? How does that make anything better for them? She has to bear this sin of killing someone by accident that she can never take back. How does that make anything better? I don't think Sholmes is lying.
Well, he couldn't, but at the same time, though, if everyone thought he was dead, then they wouldn't come after him, right? So he'll be able to do what he came to do in secret.
So then, if you're assuming that Cosmo is indeed alive, or at least did not die on that steamship, what happened to his body? Where is it?
That's the thing. Like, if he didn't die, then I'm not really sure where he would end up at, though.
Well, exactly.
Because you were supposed to, like, go to Hong Kong, right? And, like, his body was supposed to be, like, transferred from there and then, like, taken back to Japan and buried, like, at that tree where, Susato was. But it's not there. So, I don't know. Like,
It just doesn't line up.
Yeah, it doesn't. Because Giselle Brett was also supposed to be going to Hong Kong, but she didn't go either. And it's weird. I don't know.
The idea that he might still be alive somewhere. It wants to fill me with hope, but I can't let it. Because if it turned out not to be true, then I'd be back at the bottom of that awful pit of despair again. I'm terrified of what that might do to me.
No, Miss Sato. I know she's given the idea the thought it deserves. It's Susato-san we're talking about after all. So I probably shouldn't push it now. Okay.
Here's my other question then. Let's suppose that whoever this was who put out this hit list, or this group of people, wanted the people that already knew about the case of the Baskervilles dead. Why wasn't Herlock's name in there? Why wasn't Von Zykes' name in there?
Wait, Von Zykes would know about it? Wait. Would he?
You gotta think that case. I mean, he would have he would have prosecuted whoever dealt with that. He prosecuted. He dealt with Selden, I think, right? I can't remember.
He would have. Yeah, I think he would have known about it because like his treasure over there was that collar.
Yeah, and like regardless, like let's suppose Von Zykes wasn't the prosecutor in charge of dealing with Selden. Like whoever Selden dealt with in court, they would have become a target as well.
That is true.
And besides, Sholmes, at the very least, we knows about the case of the Baskervilles.
Yeah, like he's silly, but when it comes to that, he gets very, very serious. Like he puts all that other stuff on. Like, no, we're not talking about that one. Maybe later, but not anytime soon. No.
It must be about a year ago now. I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes. It's about one of Hurley's greatest exploits. I called it The Hound of the Baskervilles.
But then Mr. Sholmes forbade you from publishing it. And put the manuscript somewhere nobody could get their hands on it.
So nobody knows anything about it, apart from Hurley and I. But for some reason, you knew the title of it, didn't you, Susie? Oh, it sounds so exciting! The Hound of the Baskervilles! I should love to read it. And you wouldn't tell me. How'd you come to know it? Yes, but I made you a promise that I would explain one day, didn't I? I think it's time. Oh!
Ooh, story time!
I'm only sorry I've had to keep it from you for so long, Iris. It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning Father's study, and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers. There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read, The Hound of the Baskervilles.
What?
My Baskerville story? Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and...
Susato, what are you doing?
Oh, Father.
Did you look at those papers?
No, I simply read the label, that's all.
Well, put it out of your mind.
Sorry?
Forget that you ever saw it, and certainly don't tell anybody else about this. Do you understand?
But what was Iris May's script doing in Japan?
I have no idea. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, the title just slipped out. I would never have guessed that it was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Sholmes' exploits. When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain, but he refused to answer any of my questions, and there was no sign of the big box in his office. That's really all I know about it. I have no doubt that Father has a very good reason for being so secretive about it, but still. I made up my mind to explain myself, to both of you. Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating if you are. I've committed every detail about the case to memory. And Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxwork Museum as well.
So, you're fully impressed with the situation already, Mr. Sato. I expect nothing less, to be honest.
I would think our first port of call should be to investigate this Mr. Drebber, the engineer responsible for building this elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick.
Yes, a conjurer of sorts by the sound of it. Well known in the fields of science and magic.
Then, we need to go and arrest him!
Well, yes. He must know the truth behind this case, so I agree we really do need to find that man.
What, you think I was gonna throw you on the ground?
Yeah.
Sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police. Or a great detective!
Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think.
Good idea. Well, best of luck then.
Oh, you're not coming today?
I'm going to Brixton Road shortly for the herb market. But let me know later how you got on, won't you?
That was a little abrupt. The pull of the herb market must be strong.
Okay. We are now going to prison.
Yay, my second favorite place in the world.
We gotta talk to Hairbrain.
Oh wow, he's been busy.
Oh, wow.
I can't read any of that. What's he doing?
He's... Oh my! The whole wall of the cell is covered in mathematical equations!
He's still writing more now. Professor, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo! And who is this young lady? My name is Susato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor.
Oh, if only! If only I married a fine young woman like you sooner! None of this would have happened. No, that's not logical. That makes no sense at all.
Oh dear, I'm sorry my presence here upsets you.
I owe you an apology too, Professor. I didn't manage to deliver what I promised you I would in court this morning.
Oh no! No, no, no! No, 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 no! The whole thing! The whole miserable affair! It all happened because I've been such a complete and utter clot! Professor Hairbrain, what have you been working on in your cell? Oh! Haha! You, mean that? Oh dear. How embarrassing. I was suddenly struck by an idea, you see, and I simply had to write it down. The wall was all I had to hand.
Oh, is it some new hypothesis? Something to surpass your super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, maybe?
No, actually. This is my autobiography. Your autobiography? How was I diddled and fiddled by Albert Harebrain?
You probably should rephrase that, mister.
Oh, how I was! Whoops, not how was I. I found I can represent my odd fortunes with only odd numbers and an ambitious set of simultaneous equations. Really? I'm going to have to pay back all the loans I took for the kinesis machine, you see? So it's going to be a new serial publication from next month. Part 1, An Odd Birth, An Odd Upbringing. Here's a little science book.
Oh, that's cute. Hey, you can't beat the man's optimism, that's for sure. I see. Well, for now, would you mind if we talk a little more about the case?
Oh yes! Yes! Of course! I've been working through the numbers. I was diddled! I was fiddled! By the pair of them! By Diddle Kid! By Asmund! And by the aloof engineer Trevor!
We're not going to have to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we?
And we might have to.
Oh no. Okay.
This is not what we need to talk to him about, apparently.
Oh,
Hold up.
okay.
Just forget I even clicked on this. This man is he takes a lot out of me.
Yeah, he, just like Mr. Natsume in some cases.
Wait. Okay. Yeah, here we go.
Is he an engineer, or a magician, or a swindler?
He's a diddler. And a fiddler!
Not
But not someone who plays the fiddle. Just someone who fiddles around with people's money, really.
I need to start using that. It's like, oh, you freaking diddler, get away from me.
I don't think people appreciate that.
Well, they shouldn't act like one.
It was about a year ago when Mr. Asmund first brought Drebber to meet me at my laboratory. Since then, I met him many times to discuss details about the kinesis machine. Ugh, I'm getting so dry throat. Kinesis machine.
Oh, jeez.
But at no point did you have any... That's
your line. Good night.
Yeah, I did drink some water. Yeah, clear your throat and mind. But at no point did you have any inkling that he was just an illusionist?
Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist.
What do you mean?
He was a wealth of deep scientific knowledge. There's no question the man's a genuine scientist. It's instantly apparent in conversation.
I see.
But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice. Are there no more clues you can give us as to his whereabouts? I'm sorry. We only ever discussed the kinesis machine. Nothing else. Although, just once, I did visit his workshop.
Nice. What workshop?
Drebber's enormous fabrication laboratory, where he constructed my great machine. You call it fabrication laboratory, huh? Did he call it that? Do you call it that? If he called it that, you should have known from the beginning.
Pretty much. Why didn't you mention this before? Ada Trevor's workshop. Guess every chance we might find the man there. Oh boy. So you've been to Trevor's place of work then?
Yes, just once, you understand. It was an enormous place. Plenty of room to construct the kinesis machine, you see.
Where can we find it? We have to go there at once.
What was that?
That was a pear. Don't mind that.
That was a pear?
Yeah, this tent is up under a pear tree. But we thought it had stopped growing pears, but apparently it started growing back.
It sounded like a gunshot. At first I thought it was just a sound effect in the game that didn't belong. No, it was just really well timed.
Yep. Definitely made my heart jump. There's a good chance that we'll find Drebber there.
Well, you know what they say about pears? There's always two of them.
Well, yes. Definitely. I'm sure! As in, I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this. But I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is at all. I'm so sorry!
I was more than half expecting that.
You see, I was blindfolded in the carriage the entire way there.
He blindfolded you. He wasn't taking any chances then.
The place was incredible! The pinnacle of modern engineering! Even the oil used was the very best. A special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain.
That might be our clue then.
Oh.
Ah! The indescribable scent of that imported oil! Perfumers across the world should forget their secret formulae and use that instead!
What do you think, Mrs. Sato? I'll do machine for your next birthday?
I've never used any kind of perfume, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm not sure I'd like to start with that.
Oh, so you just naturally smell nice then.
Of course she does. I don't suppose you even know part of the workshop's address, Professor. You don't have a business card for Mr. Drebber, for example.
The man was clearly very
he never would have. Ah! Yes, I do! He gave me his business card once! It's right here! Look! Ah yes, E. Drebber. Enoch Drebber, engineer.
Cool.
Let me see that.
Throw etiquette to the wind, why don't you?
Enoch Drebber, engineer. I'm afraid that's all it says. There's no address.
Doggone it.
Not much of
No.
a business card.
Yeah. Oh well. Can't say I'm surprised. Still, this could be useful.
Let's see.
Well. Hey. This dark smudge here.
I think perhaps it's machine oil.
Ah, yes, possibly. Professor Hairbrain mentioned something about oil Mr. Drebber uses, right? He said it was specially imported for very high quality oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Gee whiz, I just had a stroke.
Yes, that's right. But more importantly, that's more fragrant than the finest perfume. So, excuse me a moment. Oh, it doesn't appear to have any scent at all.
Don't worry, I expect that's just because there's such a tiny amount on here. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, have we hit a snafu?
No, worse. We gotta go see Lord Strongheart.
Oh no, not him. But why? Oh, who's that standing beside Lord Strongheart?
I wonder. I've never seen her before.
Oh, I thought that was a dude. Hello.
Ah, the young champion of the court. You had some success this morning, I understand. And you've thrown the entire government into disarray as a result.
Oh! You mean because of Professor Hairbrain's experiment?
Sham science being demonstrated at London's great exhibition. The country's been made to look foolish, and now politicians are scrabbling to respond. They're playing Scrabble. Lord Von Zykes is in Whitehall as we speak, giving an emergency briefing.
Oh dear, I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for having been taken in.
Oh, cool.
The special dispensation that prevents investigation of the scene will be annulled later today. Once that happens, my forensic investigation team will move in and deal with that scrap metal in no time.
It's scrap metal now, is it?
Until later then, Lord Strongheart.
Yes, thank you.
Who is that?
That was Dr. Courtney Scythe, Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner. She's leading the forensic investigation team's handling of this case. She was just delivering her report about that victim, in fact.
Oh, I see. About Mr. Osmond.
Following the outcome of the trial earlier, I asked the coroner's office to re-evaluate its findings. I don't have time to tell you what she concluded. If you want to know, you have to ask her directly. You can find her in the forensics laboratory.
Ah, right.
Now, what were you here to see me about? I can give you 7 minutes and 39 seconds of my time.
So he's not running quite so spectacularly late anymore. Yeah. What exactly is the forensics investigation team that you mentioned before?
The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world. For that to happen, it's imperative that we embrace forensic science and everything it has to offer. I first created the forensic investigation team a year ago now, unofficially of course, to pave the way.
Goodness, a year ago?
At next month's symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensics division. And once that happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and criminals will suffer dearly.
What do you mean?
For far too long, these scoundrels have made a mockery of our legal system with false evidence and bribes.
Dude, you'd hate to see Von Karma then.
Yeah.
But London's scum is about to be rounded up and burned to the fires of hell.
Oh, that all?
I intend to see to it personally. By creating the finest police force the world has ever known, to protect our honor and our future.
Look at those eyes. He means every word. I definitely won't want to see that if I'm being condemned by this man.
Dr. Scythe is an extremely reliable coroner. When I officially establish the forensics division at Scotland Yard, she will run it as my right-hand woman. Now then, speaking of the symposium, Miss Mikotoba.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Your father should be on the high seas as we speak, making his way here to represent the Empire of Japan.
Yes, that's right. I understand he will arrive at the beginning of next month.
Are you acquainted, Lord Strongheart? With Professor Mikotoba, I mean.
It was many years ago now, but yes, I remember Dr. Mikotoba very well.
Okay.
If my memory serves, it was some 15 years ago now that your father came to Britain as a visiting student.
It was the year I was born. So yes, 16 years ago in fact.
Mikotoba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jigoku accompanied him as a young promising judge. The punctiliousness and politeness of the Japanese at the time impressed us greatly. Not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way.
Good save!
I didn't think you were.
Dr. Mikotoba studied forensics at one of London's largest hospitals. Well, whatever. St. Sinners, what a name, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if I want to...
Not St. Sinners again.
Dr. Scythe was also there then, as it happens.
Then Dr. Scythe knows my father, does she?
She was a young medical assistant at the time, so I doubt their paths crossed regularly. But I've no doubt they knew each other superficially. After all, Dr. Mikotoba was here studying this subject for some 6 years in total.
6 years? That's a long time to be studying abroad, isn't it?
I lived with my grandmother in those years.
So he left this newly born daughter behind and went overseas for 6 whole years?
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Oh.
Perhaps father wanted a reason to get away.
What do you mean? Why? Well, clearly something was going on at the time. I wanted to ask you about Lord von Zykes, actually. I heard that his older brother was killed some years ago by a mass murderer known as the Professor, who targeted nobles and royalties. Is that right? Oop. Sorry about that, Strongheart.
I don't know what that was, but you're good.
First while I was talking that last line.
You're fine. You Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well. Yes. And you could say it was that very incident that gave rise to the Reaper.
It was back then. What? Why?
When his brother, Clint von Zykes, was murdered, it was just after young Baroque had graduated from the University of London and became a prosecutor. When obvious criminals who managed to evade conviction in court started disappearing, rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started to say that wherever Baroque von Zykes went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind.
Oh my word!
So, Lord von Zykes isn't the Reaper. It's the ghost of his brother?
No,
But
ghosts aren't real. Ever since that time, he became a very aloof figure in London's legal circles.
So he's a stand user then.
A what?
Nothing. Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart.
Go ahead.
It's about Professor Harebrain's experimental machine. We'd like your permission to examine the remains, if possible.
Are you well versed in science, then?
Not in the slightest. In fact, you could
You
say I
what?
was barely aware. No, in fact, you could say I was barely aware of the subject at all until recently.
I see. Well, the special dispensation legally preventing investigation of the machine is currently being annulled. Within a few hours, Dr. Sei's team of forensic experts will begin their own investigation. But I suppose until then, there's no harm in you looking at the wreckage, as long as you touch nothing.
Thank you.
Remember, don't touch a thing, not even a screwdriver.
Don't tell me. Tell Gregson.
That is true! Gregson is the one who touched it!
Yeah, we had nothing to do with that.
That's
That was
true.
all him. Being able to look at it is better than nothing.
And I'll be able to see it too.
Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement calls.
We are extremely sorry to have troubled you when you are so busy, Mr. Lord.
My lord. Ah, yes, Mr. Lord? Huh?
Yeah, that sounds like what some little kid would say.
Okay, Mr. Lord, strong artery.
I have important matters to attend to in preparation for the symposium, you understand. I love just the background noise of his office. It's so
Yeah,
rhythmic.
Yeah, I feel like I could actually go to sleep to that. Just to
So long
take
as he is not
like
in
that.
there to be scary, yes.
Yeah, he's just looking over. He was like, "Why are you sleeping in my office?"
Is there a reason you're here?
I can't get any sleep at home.
Welcome to the forensics office laboratory.
With a skeleton.
A Skavington and an owl and a crow and there's a lot of stuff in here actually.
That's a lot of creepy things. I believe this is it. Dr. Seiss laboratory. The chemical smell really assaults the nose. And there's plenty to assault the eyes in here too.
It looks as though the doctor isn't here. But we're here now, so we may as well do some sightseeing, don't you think?
What a seasoned tourist you become, Miss Susato. We could just have a little look around. Being careful not to upset any restless souls.
The words of Lord Strongheart echo in your mind. Don't touch anything.
Ooh,
You knows in response to the machine, but it feels applicable here too.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to touch anybody else's stuff in their laboratory. Huh. Okay. Ooh. Look at this big, thick book here.
Oh, it was a big, thick book.
It makes my brain throb.
Ah, it appears to be an accounting ledger. It's a record of the forensic investigation team's spending, I think. Oh?
What is it?
It's clear the team purchases various equipment and supplies on a monthly basis, but... well, one entry seems rather strange.
Really? In what way?
They're buying 500 scalpels every month.
That's a lot for just a...
Jeez. 500? They must be really working hard on dissecting corpses.
I don't know. Judicial autopsies are only carried out in certain special circumstances. And scalpel blades can be sharpened, too.
Yeah, so why would she need it?
Exactly.
It does seem a bit strange, you're right. 500 scalpels a month. What could they possibly be using them all for?
That's weird.
Weapons?
My bank account keeps getting drained, and I don't know why.
Hey, you might want to look at these. You might want to look at this ledger.
What are you doing?
Whoops. Oh dear.
Mommy? Sorry.
Nope. Sorry, we, had something we wanted to ask you, but you weren't here, so...
So you thought you'd snoop around. That's acceptable to you people from the East, is it?
Oh dear.
Well, what do you want?
Lord Strongheart told us, you see, that it was you who examined the victim's body. Or, Mr. Osmond's body, I mean.
So we came to ask you about your findings. On Lord Strongheart's advice. Very well. If the Lord Chief Justice has given his consent, I'll tell you what our investigation revealed. But when we're done, you must leave immediately.
Sure. Jeez.
Talk about being white as a sheet.
Yeah. Don't you get any sun?
Son?
Uh-oh.
What's that? So, you want to know what the forensic investigation team determined from its examination of the scene? The victim, Mr. Ode Osmond, who disappeared from the experimentation stage amid an explosion. And the Mr. Osmond who appeared moments later partway up the Crystal Tower. Were without a question, one and the same person. That seems... yeah, no but that's kind of obvious.
That's not really helpful for us either.
But that can't be right.
If it was an elaborate trick, we can only speculate about how it was carried out. Let's see. If two people who look very similar to each other were involved, they could have made it appear as if one single person switched places, couldn't they? Oh, wait, I realized. Yeah, we talked about there was a body double to begin with. So this information earlier is not new. It is new to us. Because the one who disappeared from the experimentation stage, the stage, was, by our accounts, a body double. But we're learning now that it was not. It was, in fact, the same person. Very true. But sadly, in this instance, that was not the case. The man who disappeared and the man who subsequently reappeared was the same person. The fingerprints of the scene make that quite evident.
Fingerprints.
They're not yet officially recognized forensic evidence in the British justice system. But one day, they will be used as an investigative aid as a matter of course. Oh my, but that would mean that the instantaneous kinesis actually took place.
Which, we know that's not possible.
Right, because...
So where does that leave us? Confused.
We could go with the balloon theory again. Like, it could have been floating up there.
Right, but if it's the same person who disappeared, how'd he get in the balloon?
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's kind of the... That's the question of the day, and...
Cripes.
My team was tasked with investigating, not drawing conclusions.
Instantaneous kinesis is impossible, and yet the body did move from one place to the other. This hasn't cleared anything up at all. It's made the whole thing even more of a mystery.
Of course, the issue we have here is we are having to put our trust that she is, in fact, telling the truth, that the prince of the man who vanished on the stage and the prince of the man who appeared inside the Crystal Tower are the people, the same prince. We're taking her at her word, which, like, that's kind of the problem here. We don't know if we can really take her at that.
Yeah, that's very weird. How would we be able to know? What the?
Mama, what is this?
Where did she spring from? And did she just call the doctor Mama?
This is a lawyer, dear. Oh.
Hello. To meet you. Pleased to meet you. Yes, I'm a defense lawyer.
Mama. Yes. Can I cut this one up?
What?
I've never seen inside an Eastern person before. I want to know what it looks like.
Oh, crumbs.
Of course you can't. It's a live specimen, as you can very well see. Boring.
I should run. I think I just had a near-death experience.
Oh dear. Mr. Naruto, you're as pale as a corpse!
I'm asleep before I'm mistaken for one.
So, sad to say there's nothing else to do in here. I know you're upset about that, but it's time for us to be moving on.
Yeah, I think we ought to leave. I think we're all good here. Puppy!
I had no idea there were so many people in the world.
I know what you mean. It's really packed here today.
It feels as though it's taken us 2 hours just to make our way through the crowds at this point.
Has it? I just shut my brain down so I didn't really notice, to be honest.
Same.
Gosh, I do wish I had your absence of mind sometimes, Mr. Naruto.
I think this might be Gregson. Hey, what? I had a feeling you would show your mugs before long.
Ah. Oh, Inspector Gregson. I see you're hard at work as usual.
You being sarcastic there, Sunshine?
No, of course not.
Warm greetings to you. I do hope you've been keeping well since last we met. Gregson, Irish isn't with us. You want to put on this facade.
Yeah. Oh, what's with all the ceremony? We just saw each other in court this morning.
Not you, Sunshine. The gentleman's so loyal at your side.
Oh. Why, thank you, Inspector. How good of you to notice.
He might be a bit rough around the edges. He's still a proper English gentleman at heart, I suppose. As you've probably guessed, we were hoping to investigate the scene some more.
Right. Well, that's the young trainee's domain. Oi! Get over here, Gina.
She seems to be busy playing with the puppy. Probably giving it traditional East End training.
Gina? She's a police officer now.
Amazing, isn't it?
She's a good kid, actually. Heart's in the right place, anyway. It's got the detection bug, if you ask me. Yup. I think she'll follow in my footsteps nicely.
What do you mean?
I'm being transferred. It's time for me to say toodaloo to London.
Oh no! Really?
That's a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea. Where are you going to be posted then? We'll come to see how you're getting along.
Haha, not likely. But you're welcome to try. If you don't mind a trip to France, that is.
To France?
I'll be working in the Paris Police Prefecture. Should be right up my alley. Shorten that down to...
But France, it's an entirely different country. I don't understand. Why would you be sent there?
That's the way the adult world works, sunshine. Now don't go poking your nose in where it's not wanted. And I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go.
What? You're taking Gina to Paris?
Well, I can't leave her here in London. Who knows what will become of her?
I suppose he's worried she slipped back into slipping her hands into people's pockets and purses.
I don't think he's worried about her pickpocketing, Miss Naruhodo. I think he's worried about the Reaper.
Oh, of course. So that's playing on Inspector Gregson's mind too, isn't it?
Anyway, I haven't mentioned any of this to Gina, so don't go blabbing, you hear me?
No, of course not.
I've got to keep that diving diva safe and sound. Until all this is over, at least.
Oi! Did you just call me a bloomin' diving diva again?
So you heard that, did you? Right, well, any questions about the scene, you can put in my cable detective diva here.
Alright, you heard the boss. Inspector Lestrange's in charge here now.
I suppose I better keep my word and not mention anything about Paris.
So Gina, what are your thoughts about France?
Oh, no.
No particular reason.
So, Gina, you've got a new dog, have you? Pooch!
Isn't he great? Toby is his name. Oh, how delightful. He's absolutely adorable.
Did you name him after the chief? Oh, the inspector? Yes, the dog does seem lovely. But it's the not so lovely Inspector Gregson that's playing on my mind, to be honest.
Not so lovely, Inspector Gregson. Nah, no, that doesn't exactly move the same way as socially inept.
Nah, it doesn't quite roll off the tongue.
No, it doesn't.
Gina, we were actually hoping that you could investigate the scene again.
Yeah, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like.
Oh, that's alright, is it?
I'm gonna be playing with my new friend here.
Ah, yes, Toby.
Woof.
The machine that exploded must be at the top of those stairs, I presume. I haven't actually seen it yet, so we don't mind. Sorry, you can't go up there, Suze.
Not saws.
Oh. It's like I told Otto yesterday. You know, I ain't allowed near that wreck. What's it called again? The reason we ain't supposed to touch it? The special
Disposition for Scientific Experiment Act.
Equipment?
Is that... Oh, equipment, not... What did I
You
say?
said experiment. You threw an entirely different word in there.
Oh my god, why? Fucking stop it. Please be smart. Is that what you're thinking of?
That's the one! That's why only them lot are allowed to investigate it. What are they called again? The forensic something?
The Forensic Investigation Team? Is that what you were thinking of?
That's the one, yeah!
But isn't it the case that the special dispensation has been lifted?
I think so. I don't really get it, to be truthful with you. You're still supposed to get permission from some bigwig or other, as far as I know. What was his name again? Lord Strange something? I'm not sure that's quite right, Gina. I think you mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps. That's it! That's the one, yeah? Apparently he's always watching the time or something. Actually, we've just recently been to see Lord Strongheart. Eh? You what? You met him? Last time the boss was called to go and see him. He waited for 3 hours at the Cove's office and came back sniveling.
Sounds right.
Tragic.
Well, Lord Strongheart has given us permission to examine the scene, as long as we touch nothing. Oh yeah?
Honestly.
Alright then, go ahead. But if it turns out you're lying... It'll be the boss who gets it. He'll never eat another chip again in his life. So, you're still saying all this is above board, are you? I'm sure everything will be fine.
That really would be tragic.
Alright then. Them's the stairs. Off you go. Oh, thank you, Gina. It was great, wasn't it? I had a right laugh. It was a new one on me, that. You know, being in court and not spending the whole time worrying about... I'm about to be found out. You did keep an awful lot of secrets in all your previous court appearances, didn't you? Yeah, and all this made things hard for me every single time and all.
Excuse you.
You made things hard for you every time.
Exactly.
Just doing my job, Gina.
But watching someone else get in the neck is a lot of fun, actually. It was amazing when you showed that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix. The dodgy professor, as you put it, Gina, is Mr. Naruho's client.
Yes, I'm starting to wish he wasn't, though.
Ouch.
Ugh.
It's the boss I feel sorry for. Sent off to do the impossible. What do you mean? He's supposed to rest of the cove, ain't he? As in time for tomorrow and all. You know, the dodgy engineer. What's his name again?
Mr. Trevor, you mean? Enoch Trevor?
That's the one! Yeah!
So the police are looking for this mysterious man with a black monocle. I guess they would be.
It's putting too much on the boss if you ask me. He's saying it's giving him a gut ache.
That could just be the chips.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But I do wonder if that isn't actually from all the fried food.
Probably.
More than likely.
So, Scotland Yard are trying to track down Mr. Enoch Trevor. I wonder if they had any luck.
He's really funny looking. Got two eyes but don't match. Still a glimpse of a picture of him earlier. I mean, I didn't actually pinch it or nothing. The old devil's got it.
Sorry, who?
You know, that Scowling Reaper what's always glugging down glasses of that blood-red plunk.
I think he's more throwing it around than drinking it.
Yeah, he doesn't. I think we only seen him sip it like maybe once or twice, but the rest of the time he just kind of crushes it, throws it into the fire, or throws it behind him.
Ah, Lord Von Zykes. He's always had it for me, that cove. Don't know what he's always scouting about, mind. Probably been a pretty good boss as it goes.
She'd rather be the Reaper's apprentice than the detective's trainee?
Sorry, he already has an apprentice.
The way I see it, as a choice between a chip-guzzling detective and a chalice-glugging demigod, you're equally badly off with both.
I suppose you're right. I hadn't thought of it like that.
Glad we put that one to bed.
Anyway, the point is, I know the yard's dead set on finding that fishy engineer. But there don't seem to be no clues to go on, so they're stuck.
There's nothing that can lead us to Trevor at all. Pupper, where'd you find that little mutt thing, Gina?
Oi! Don't be so flaming rude, Otto!
Slight overreaction, don't you think?
He ain't no mutt, alright. Toby's... how'd they put it? Oh, yeah! A bona fide detective.
Sorry?
I'd give him a proper title and everything. It's Chief Inspector Toby to you.
More senior than Inspector Greg. More senior than Inspector Gregson, is he?
Ooh, so he's a police dog, is he?
The police recruit dogs now?
They will.
I've heard they're already being officially used as Germany as part of the city policing. They're used for chasing criminals and such like. They have a wonderful sense of smell after all.
Oh, wait. I think I know how Toby is going to be useful.
Oh, yeah. He could probably find out where the oils come from.
Mm-hmm.
I have a fairly good sense of smell myself, so
Never mind, we can just have Ryunosuke sniff the card.
I'm good at being a dog. I can tell undergarments that have been freshly laundered from undergarments that haven't.
That's not a trick. That's nothing compared to this little fellow, Otto.
Oh, really?
According to what the boss said, once Toby has got a good whiff of your drawers, he could chase that scent to the other side of the world.
What? To the other side of the world? You mean he can swim?
Mr. Naruhodo, I think you may have missed the point by rather a wide margin.
I just can't believe this little dog has such an incredible skill.
I'm telling you, Otto, there's gonna be more and more dogs doing their bit for the police in future. Yes, I agree. Right. One of these days, they'll be barking orders at us a lot, not the other way around. Oh dear. Sorry, Gina, I don't think I agree with your vision quite that much. Well, anyway, what do you think about that? Toby here is Britain's finest first police dog. I found him down the East End the other day. Someone just chucked him out in the street.
There you go. I knew she lifted him from somewhere.
Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and to animals. Alright. Now... let's see. We can now present the card to Gina.
Yeah. Go get him, Toby. About this, Gina.
Yeah, still learning me letters at the moment. I only know A to E, so ain't too much bleeding trouble. Actually, Gina, it's the back of the card that's important. Eh? How come? There's just a dirty old smudge on the back, that's all. It turns out this is very high quality French machine oil. It has a very particular scent, apparently. You don't say! Let's have a whiff then. You sure? I don't smell nothing.
No, we didn't mean that you should smell it.
Oh, right! You mean Toby?
Woof. Could you imagine if a dog just sounded like that?
You just have like a dog that just says like woof woof.
Woof woof. Feed me.
Give me my food. Woof. And since the smell is so good, he could track people over the oceans, can he?
Professor Hairbrain informs us that this oil is unique to Mr. Jabber's workshop.
Steve. I think he's picked up a scent.
So you mean, if he follows the scent of this oil, typically it's that dodgy Co's workshop? That's right. That's exactly what we were hoping. Alright then, we'll give it a go. I'll just borrow that.
What? Wait, when did you... Wants to pickpocket.
If I can lead everyone to that Drebber's workshop, I'll be the boss's boss before next week. Oh yes, Gina. I'm sure you'll be promoted.
Poor Gregson.
Right then, Otto, leave it to me.
Sorry?
We're gonna get going into that dodgy engineer cove right this minute. Oh, but hang on. Someone's supposed to be on guard duty here all the time.
I'm afraid we can't help. We gotta get on with our investigation as well, Gina.
Oh, right. Oh well, never mind. It ain't gonna be me what gets in the neck. It'll be the boss.
Poor Gregson again.
Ready, Toby? Got that oil scent, have you? Come on then, boy. See you later. I do hope the scent of that oil leads him to that swindler's workshop.
Yeah, I hope so too. Ideally before the dog swims across the channel to France. I still don't think he can do that Rionosuke, but go off, I guess.
Be wrong, I guess.
He's seriously at the experimentation stage. Let's go and see what we can find out. There's gotta be some sort of... It's still smoking, too.
Yep.
Oh my, so this is a machine. That was used to deceive people into thinking instantaneous kinesis had taken place.
Yes, that's right. Or rather, it was the machine. It's a little worse for wear at the moment.
What extraordinary lengths Professor Harebrain went to in order to obtain the research grant.
No. The professor was tricked as well. He didn't know anything about it.
Yes, of course. It is amazing though, isn't it? The scale of the whole affair is so very British.
You're right about that. You never see such a grand deception in Japan, that's for sure.
Oh look, is that
Yeah!
Fish? Oh,
Lord Von
He
Sykes?
where did he come from?
My mother, where'd you come from?
Mine as well. So I think we're more or less done here, aren't we? Shall we miss
I think this is our cue to leave.
Let's go.
Already?
He is the Reaper, remember? We do well to keep our distance, I think.
But Frick! Okay, the yawning needs to stop. But we have permission to be here, from the top. We're perfectly well allowed to investigate this machine. As long as we don't touch anything.
From the top. You mean Lord Strongheart?
Exactly. So we can stay here and stare at this wreckage for as long as we like.
She could have been the center of the explosion here, and it would have bent her steel will.
Let's see if we have to.
Oh, I have to.
See percent of the card.
Okay. Let's examine the bird cage.
What a terrible explosion it must have been. Even steel girders have buckled and twisted in the blast.
What they call the bird cage was right in the middle of it all. Just here.
But look, Mr. Naruhodo. The metal grill on the floor. Looks as though it's designed to open.
Ah, it does, doesn't it? If the floor had opened at the precise moment the explosion occurred, the birdcage could have dropped through and disappeared from sight.
I don't think there's any doubt this is a very elaborate hoax, is there? Okay. It's in the bird cage.
Okay.
Did we just... Wait, where is the bird
Yeah.
cage? Oh, it's right here!
Well, the birdcage... Oh,
Wait,
this wasn't here yesterday.
this wasn't.
Yeah, it was supposed to be up there in the tower.
In fact, that was part of the problem because we couldn't even, like, look at it from where we were to examine it.
Exactly.
Really? But if I'm not mistaken, it's the cage in which the victim was standing before he was apparently beamed through the air.
That's right. The birdcage. According to what Professor Hairpin said in court, it's made of wood.
More precisely...
Oh,
Oh, whoops. Or more precisely, Japanese cypress, I think. And despite having been an explosion and then falling from a great height, it's relatively unharmed. Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's...
I wonder if somebody placed that there then.
Oh.
What wonderfully durable construction, wouldn't you say, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yeah, it's too good. I'd understood that the forensic good grief, let me try that again. I understood that the forensic investigation team had taken it away yesterday to examine it. I suppose they must have brought it back here when they finished their work.
But sadly not with the body inside it.
No, that's alright. I know we were given strict instructions not to touch anything, but still.
You touch something, your arm gets sliced off.
Okay, I won't. Keep my hands to myself. This is too important a piece of evidence to overlook. We might need it for the trial.
That is
wonder if they
unusual.
just-
It is so undamaged.
Yeah, you think if a massive explosion like that, it would have, like, broken, right? Oh. Look here, Mr. Sato.
Oh yes, the wood's cracked and broken a little. I suppose because it fell from such a height?
Okay, so this is not the one that exploded, but the one that just fell.
Yeah,
So there were two
Yes.
bird cages it must have been.
exactly. So, yes, from the height at which the balloon was flying, down into the crystal tower below. I'll fall from about 30 feet, or 9 meters.
Leaving the man inside tragically dead.
So bizarre. So
Yeah. So it must have been both then, right? Like one cage here, but
No.
that still doesn't like explain like how the man got from that spot to the next. So
Yeah, like,
it's damaged here at the base. So if it went through an explosion, obviously wood, no matter what really necessarily would, you know, be more damaged than this.
right,
So were there two bird cages?
I am willing to bet that there could have been more than 2 bird cages. But because we never really got a chance to look inside the tower at the bird cage before, because we weren't allowed up there.
Yeah, and the only picture we have is of this guy who was stabbed and no other real damage. Like, you know, from an
Right.
explosion, I mean. Because, like, even the
Right.
bird cage, the little bit that we do see, looks to be fine.
Yeah, like if it did explode and get up over there, then it would have had some damage done to it, right?
I guess.
Or more than that. Oh no. Least approachable man in the world winner, 10 years in a row.
be strong, Mr. Naruhodo. Your country and your assistants stand firm behind you.
Lord Von Sykes. Yeah.
What?
Well, beautiful weather we're having, isn't it?
I thought I was making it quite clear that I didn't want to be disturbed. Apparently you Nipponese are unequipped to read the signs.
Oh, I read them.
So, what are you doing here? Entry to this area is prohibited.
Well, the thing is,
Lord Chief Justice Strongheart granted us permission to investigate, on a condition that we didn't disturb anything.
And yet you managed to disturb me.
Dog walked right into that.
Never mind. State your business then.
Come to think of it, there are quite a few things I'd like to ask Lord Von Sykes about. Not least of which that awful case, even though it's nothing to do with this.
Ask away, Mr. Naruhodo. You won't know unless you try.
So, Clint. What's the name of your older brother, I understand, Lord Von Sykes?
You Nipponese. I always have to be on guard whenever you're around. So, you've been investigating me, have you?
Oh, no, it's not like that. Well, alright, it's a bit like that.
My older brother was also a prosecutor. He was the pride of the Von Zykes family. But tragically, a vicious killer took him from us.
Professor, you mean?
You know too much, and yet too little.
It is something funny.
That's the extent of what you discovered, is it? I shouldn't be surprised.
Sorry? There's more to it then.
Lackluster work is very much your trademark, isn't it?
Hey, you're too kind. Are you going to tar all Nipponese with the same brush next?
I might. You never know. So tell me, what's your interest in that historic incident?
As it happens, Lord Von Zykes, there's a rather curious case that's come to our attention. Are you aware of the Madame Tussauds Museum of Waxwork by any chance?
I am, naturally. I believe that since last month, I featured in one of the displays there, for public scorn.
Of course, the infamous Reaper of the Bailey would have to be exhibited, wouldn't he?
Well, a particular waxwork has been stolen from the place, and held for ransom.
A particular waxwork? Which... Wait! You mean...
Yes, it's the professor. Mr. Sholmes is investigating the case as we speak.
Oh, that quack?
Yeah.
I was unaware of that.
He's turned as white as a sheet. Oh.
Which is a few shades darker than he normally looks. Yeah.
I don't think we should say anything else.
Because he's so pale looking. So pale as a sheet would be darker than he normally looks.
Like,
Get it, Von Sykes?
Are the police trying to locate the engineer, Mr. Trevor, already?
Thanks for explaining the joke. Surely that goes without saying.
We're very keen to see him found as well. The trouble is, we don't have much to go on in sight for the description of the man we heard in court earlier.
Which, according to Professor Hairbrain, was of a tall, thin gentleman who has straight white hair and wears a black monocle.
So, I was just wondering. I mean, I realize it's probably not possible, but...
We'd very much appreciate any more clues you can give us.
Wow, Susato-san really knows how to take the bull by the horns.
Fine. Why not? I have a photograph of the man here from an investigation 10 years ago. Huh. Though it appears he already had that black monocle at the time.
He kind of reminds me of Kite from, Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
What?
Oh, no, nothing. I was just surprised that you shared that with us.
When they say sharing is caring, and I'd care greatly if you'd leave me alone. We all need the man's testimony in court tomorrow, which means we have to do everything we possibly can to track him down in the short time available. So why wouldn't I show you the photograph?
What is it about Lord Van Sykes? Something I just can't work him out. Sometimes I just can't work him out at all.
Ah!
This guy.
The file I requested for the trial tomorrow. Thank you.
She noticed too. Are you alright?
Who is this man, Mr. Naruhodo?
Lord Van Sykes' apprentice, apparently. So I'm not the only one. Susato-san can see it too. Yeah.
Lord Von Sykes. May we speak with your apprentice for a moment?
With him? Why?
Kazuma-sama!
I don't believe it.
Your posture. Your presence. It can only be... It's you. Isn't it, Kazuma-sama?
Felt something strange the very first time I encountered this cloaked figure. It's as if I knew him somehow. Can it really be you, Kazuma? Wait! Wait.
What's going on here?
Okay, so you're not gonna believe it, but this might
I think
be
a dead man
friend.
is working with you.
Yeah.
What is your interest in my... Excuse me. What
What is your interest in my apprentice exactly? You act as if you know the man or something.
Well,
Hey, Von Zykes, you're working with a Japanese man.
ew.
Since since when has he been in your care? I don't recall you having an apprentice before I left Britain 6 months ago. Lord Strongheart introduced him to me about 3 months ago now, with instructions to mentor him as a prosecutor.
He didn't tell you why, did he?
The man appears to be suffering from amnesia. He's forgotten every last detail about himself. He has amnesia? Tomorrow, he will appear in court at my side.
What?
He is to serve as my judicial assistant, on Lord Strongheart's orders.
He'll be in court with us?
Now then, unless I'm much mistaken, I believe this conversation has run its course.
Oh, yes, thank you. I definitely saw a reaction there. When Susada called out like that, it really seemed to hit a nerve. She called out Cosmo-sama. Yeah, I had a feeling about that.
You'd already met that masked man, hadn't you, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes. Yesterday, in fact, at Lord Von Zyk's office.
I see. And if Cosmo-sama really is still alive, it means that Mr. Sholmes lied to us.
I know. We're going to need to speak to him about that.
You're going to have to leave now. The forensic investigation team are due to arrive shortly. If they find you here, it will cause problems.
What sort of problems?
The ones you don't want to find out about.
Oh.
Foreign affairs problems.
Well, we could do without that. Alright, we'll be on our way. Let's go, Mr. Sato.
Of course.
Well, I think we've done all the investigating we can here for now. If we could just determine the whereabouts of Mr. Drebber.
I'm sure Jay and little Toby won't let us down. Now then, do you think we ought to try to speak with Mr. Sholmes at this point? We have things to discuss, and I'm dying to meet him again for all these months.
Yes, it's quite possible you might know something useful, you're right. We ought to find him at Madame Tuswell's. He's supposed to be working there as a temporary waxwork exhibit.
Yes, Iris told me all about his latest unusual venture.
I'm surprised that piece of the balloon is still down there on the floor.
Oh my! No wonder it's called the House of Horrors. I like to turn on my heels and go straight home, via the confectionery.
Being scared makes you crave sweets? I can understand that.
Can you, Patu?
No, not really.
No.
I'd lose my appetite if I got real scared.
But you know, there's something about that waxwork over there.
Oh, which one?
The one that looks like an idiot.
It looks exactly like Mr. Sholmes down to the very last detail.
Aha!
What is it?
Oh, sorry. I think you'll find that's the temporary waxwork himself. Ah, the friend of my dedicated employee. Oh yes, hello then. It's Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I must say, I'm quite spellbound by the great detective. He is a marvel. My precious waxwork is already back where it belongs. You don't mean... But yes, the mystery is solved already. Wow, Mr. Sholmes can really engage his brain when he's hungry enough. So as you can see, he has returned to his habitual duties. Yes.
His habitual duties?
Alors, do not disturb, huh? Poor Susato-san. She looks very perplexed.
Let's see.
Ah,
We're here.
so does that mean we can actually look at him then, or?
Trying to find out. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Let's examine her lock here. We really do need to speak with Mr. Sholmes, and I am longing to say hello again. But where is he?
Susato. I think you might find that he's quite nearby, actually.
Oh! What do you... Indeed, my dear fellows, it is I! The world-famous Greek detective in waxwork, Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, jeez, Susato-san! Susato-san!
Snake! Snake!
Oh no! I didn't know she was gonna take that by surprise. Gee whiz.
My most humble apologies. I thought I died and gone to eternal paradise for a moment. Via London. My dear madam. Allow me to make amends by offering you a tasty free deduction at some point.
As long as it's not of questionable street food quality.
Why, that's the very best, my dear sir.
I mean, it is. I quite agree with you there.
I don't understand. Why are you working as a waxwork here, Mr. Sholmes? Merely a secret identity, you understand. Though the case is largely solved now. Largely solved? Yes, only the small details I haven't figured out yet. No problem.
We're talking about the waxwork abduction, I presume.
Whenever do the small details ever matter, right? Meanwhile, every single dance of deduction ever. Whoops.
Oops.
Indeed we are, my good fellow. As I predicted, it was as easy as proverbial pie. Though I confess, I'm yet to partake of a pie, proverbial otherwise, or any food so far today, for that matter.
That stomach rumble echoed around the whole museum. So how did you manage to solve it so quickly?
I used my brain. Ah, well, do remember I said it was largely solved.
How did
Anyway,
you actually solve it?
I simply negotiate with the culprit. Are you familiar with the so-called telephone?
Telefono?
Telephone. Oh yes, it's a most modern invention, allowing you to hold a conversation with people far away. In fact, we're using that right now, except it's not telephone, but it's very similar in nature. In Japan, only the imperial capital and a handful of other cities are connected as yet. This morning, a telephone call was received here from the perpetrator of the abduction. As such, I was able to negotiate terms, and in the end, the waxwork was returned.
It's amazing.
I know. Just between you and I, it would appear the culprit had always intended to return the stolen waxwork in any event. Oh, but I thought who was responsible had demanded a ransom, no? Yes, I think perhaps the ransom demand was necessary to avoid unwanted suspicion regarding the true motive. But does that not mean your negotiating was entirely unnecessary? Well, when you put it like that... A fact that I must ask you to keep from Madame Tusples at all costs. A hungry young Iris awaits my return to Baker Street, after all.
Poor Iris.
Now then, do I sense that you have some business with the great with this great waxwork? Yeah, we have a lot to talk to you about.
We're in the process of trying to track somebody down.
What do I look like, a dog? Oh.
I mean...
Don't answer honestly. Yes, a man by the name of Enoch Drebber. He's a swindler who duped Professor Hairbrain, and the engineer who built the kinesis machine.
He diddled.
He swindled and diddled. A swindling engineer. Quite the modern man.
He also seems to be a conjurer of sorts too, with considerable knowledge of stage magic. We really need to locate him before the trial resumes tomorrow morning.
This man sounds like Batman.
Yeah, but more annoying. But we have so few clues to go on, that's the trouble. Do you have any good ideas?
Sounds like the Frank Miller run of Batman. Nasty one, that. I have no data yet. It's a capital mistake to have good ideas before one has data.
Also, Frank Miller did he did decent comics, but he wrote some really atrocious Batman comic, which I'll need to, like, show you later. It's just, ugh.
No, is it really that bad?
It's pretty atrocious.
If I knew something of that man's appearance, at least, I may be in a better position to help.
Yes. Trevor's appearance.
If only we had a photo of what he looked like.
Fortunately for you, however, presently I have little to occupy myself and little to fill my stomach. As soon as you find any clue, no matter how small, I shall gladly give you my thoughts on it.
Hey,
we actually have something about that.
but before that...
By the way, bruh, did you lie to us?
When? My dear Miss Naruhodo, stay that piercing stare. What is this about? Last winter, when we were first on our way to Britain aboard the steamship. Your words were very clear. So then, let us unravel this mystery, and discover what events led to this curious murder. You told us that it was murder, and you examined Cosmo-sama's body. Indeed, and wherein lies the problem?
We met him earlier today. The victim, Kazuma Asuki.
The Russian man?
Let's go with that. Yes, the Martian man.
No, Russian. I said Russian. Remember, I called you both Russian? It was a long time ago.
But I'm not Russian.
You're quite sure? He was wearing some sort of mask, and was apparently suffering from amnesia. But yes, I'm quite sure. It was Kazuma-sama. You must have known at the time, Mr. Sholmes, that he wasn't actually dead.
Shush.
Well, I can only assume I was swept up in the murderous atmosphere of the moment. But the fellow wasn't dead at all? Priceless! I don't suppose that performance would pass muster, would it, Mr. Naruhodo?
I could believe that the crewman present at the time made a mistake. But not you, Mr. Sholmes.
I will now tell you something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that.
Please, Mr. Sholmes.
Tomorrow in court, you will find yourself on the threshold of a very great mystery. For now, I'm afraid that is all I can say.
Darn.
Slowly but surely, you will discover that Sholmes is the best character in this entire chronology. If you haven't already come to that conclusion at this point.
I mean, I didn't like him at first, but yeah, I actually do like him. He seems like a good fellow. It seems like he's smarter than what he proceeds to let on, though.
He definitely is. I will tell you this much. Those dance-up deduction, he's making mistakes that Ryunosuke can also figure this stuff out. There's no way he would actually make these very easy, mistakes. Like, yes, that sign clearly shows why you're mistaken. Like, no, it'd be the knife in their hand. Oh, that makes more sense, doesn't it?
So is he, actually just... I don't know, actually, training him, maybe?
He's having fun with us.
Oh. Okay. That makes more sense, then.
Yeah.
Mr. Sholmes, would you cast your eyes over this photographic print? Look at this photograph!
Every time I do, it makes me hurl. It's a Mr. Enoch Drebber, the face of the engineer we seek. Well, all Englishmen look broadly the same, of course. Still, looking at the photograph won't be particularly instructive.
Are you alright, Mr. Sholmes?
Well, I haven't eaten in 12 hours, but aside from that... Ah, yes, forgive me. Very interesting, this. Very interesting indeed.
That's all you had to say.
What's wrong, Mr. Sholmes? You turned quite pale all of a sudden. I have a suggestion, Mr. Naruhodo. Would you indulge me?
Oh, well, what is it?
As I explained to you when you arrived, the missing waxwork has been returned.
Bless you?
Thank you.
And I personally reinstalled it in the exhibit from which it was taken, behind those thick curtains.
Oh yes, the Professor exhibit, isn't it?
Would you like to see it? For a mere 5 shillings. That's a special one-time only price.
Are you allowed to charge that? You're not even the owner here. You barely even work here, quote unquote.
Yeah, how do you have permission to do such things, sir?
Who said I do? The opportunity won't come again, I might add. Wouldn't you like to see the fruits of my labor? Oh, well, we do have a rather pressing investigation to carry out. Perhaps we could postpone? The price is a very reasonable 5 shillings. I think you'll find it's well worth it.
Are you being quite serious, Mr. Sholmes?
My dear fellow, when am I ever not serious?
It's hard to tell.
Surely you need only look at my expression to ascertain if this is seriousness or silliness.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I can never tell with you. That's the point.
Very well, it couldn't hurt. Here's your 5 shillings. Gratefully received. So, the special exhibit awaits beyond the curtain. I invite you to peruse it at your leisure.
Okay.
Well, the money's been spent, so let's go and see the special exhibit.
Can't believe you paid, huh? Wait, no, I actually can't believe it.
I mean, I do let you live here for basically free. I figure 5 shillings is not that much.
Oh, yeah, I mean, when you put it like that, I guess it's fine. Through those heavy curtains at last. Shoop? What's behind here?
Well, let's find out.
Wrong thing. We gotta examine the curtain.
5 shillings we had to pay. Doesn't seem right somehow that Mr. Sholmes slipped the money into his own pocket, does it?
No. Ah! We got Shane to retrieve it for us, using your special skills.
Pickpocketing police officers and diddling detectives. Is this what makes Britain great? Not to mention demigod prosecutors taking the law into their own hands, or chip-loving inspectors.
Inspector Gregson comes off rather well on that list, I think.
I've been diddled again.
Oh boy, diddled again.
Ah!
Ew.
Hey, there's something missing.
Your head's,
Is he supposed to be headless?
Oh dear, I felt a shiver run down my spine as soon as we walked in here.
Miss Susato! I say we turn our heels and go straight home. Be a really big confectionery.
We certainly can't do that. We paid 5 shillings already.
True. Actually, now I'm looking a little more closely. We paid good money to see an exhibit that's clearly incomplete.
Incomplete freak.
Now's the time to strike!
Yes!
Yeah, I get that one. The nerve of the great diddling detective is far more terrifying than anything else in this place.
Why is everyone diddling each other?
I don't know. They need to stop it, though.
As long as there's consent.
Yeah. If
This
you have
must be
consent, go ahead, but no.
This must be what Mr. Sholmes meant when he said the case was largely solved.
Be that as it may, Mr. Sholmes heavily implied that there's some clue about the engineering here, didn't he? But where? So as we paid 5 shillings, let's do 5 shillings worth of investigation, shall we?
Yes, we will get what we paid for.
Is that fear or frustration that's making Susato-san's voice tremble?
Okay, now. Here we go.
This part of the exhibit is just as disturbing as the rest. It looks so real.
Seems to be a young man in a white overcoat.
And he has a large shovel in his hand too, look.
We should probably investigate it in a little more detail. Hello? He's got a camera. I think that's a camera anyway.
I see what it's doing.
Oh, I can't see his face very well, can you? Perhaps if I just...
Oh, do you think you should be manhandling the exhibits, Mr. Naruhodo?
I'll put it back exactly as it was, don't worry.
Well, what on earth? How can...
I don't believe it. A black monocle.
Mr. Naruhodo, is it possible this man is...
Yes. It's Enoch Drubber.
Admittedly, his hair is not white yet.
The color of his hair is different, but...
Indeed, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, whoops. Oh, since I said your line, I guess you could say mine, I suppose. Jeez.
Nope, damage is already done.
Dag.
Indeed it is.
I'm here now.
Mr. Sholmes!
This man is the subject of your present hunt, I believe.
Yes, that's right. Just who is this man? Why is he here in this exhibit? Why does the convict behind him have no head?
The head was missing when the model was returned by the thief who stole it.
What a surprise. So then the case isn't solved yet, is it?
I did say it was largely solved, didn't I? Did I not say? Did I not say so myself? Largely solved were my words, I believe. But I must locate the missing head. Tout de suite. Or tout suite, whatever. As Madame would say, or I'll be in grave trouble. Get it? Grave? Ha, I killed myself. Ha, another joke. A very hungry I would still waste my return to Baker Street. Preferably with rations. Do you know, though, something about this room is strange.
Strange? What do you mean?
That's quite a thing to say, considering this entire room is just strange all on its own.
Yeah.
Well, the displays in the House of Horrors are supposed to depict real events, are they not? Indeed they are, Mr. Sato. Do go on. And, as terrifying as they are, the scenes in the other exhibits are believable. But this one... This surely couldn't ever really have happened, could it? I think it's time I educate you a little. About the nature of the incidents involving the professor 10 years ago.
Oh boy.
I believe I told you about the professor yesterday, did I not? He took the misread that as livers, and then I corrected to lives. He took the lives of 5 victims, everyone being either a member of the aristocracy or royalty. All were attacked by an enormous hunting hound, and had the good lord, and had their throats ripped from their bodies.
Oh.
Oh gosh, an enormous hound? How awful. After taking the life of his 5th victim, the killer was apprehended. It was a case of unprecedented magnitude in Britain, you understand. Accordingly, the professor was tried in a closed court. No members of the public were permitted.
Closed court? So you mean that the professor's identity?
As you surmise, my dear fellow, his identity was never made public.
Oh.
Naturally, he was found guilty and was summarily sentenced to death by hanging. He was buried in a grave at Lowgate Cemetery, which adjoins the rear of the prison where he had been held. However, that was not the end of the affair.
Oh!
The very night that he was buried, the convicted man came back to life.
Came back to life?
Oh, come now, it's not as if he actually died. He clawed his way out of the ground and emerged into the moonlit graveyard. The exhibit here depicts that very scene, as described by the sole witness to those chilling events.
There was a witness.
But of course, my dear fellow, it was none other than the young man in the white overcoat.
Now, Drebber, he saw it happen?
Alright, there's something else we need to examine on Mr. Drebber's thing.
This part of the exhibit is just disturbing as the rest. It looks so real.
Seems to be a young man in a white overcoat.
And he has a large shovel in his hand too, look.
Perhaps we should investigate a little more detail.
Alright, let's see. We need to look at the camera.
Camera!
Camera!
Ah, you got it.
Yep.
What's this here?
Well, this would appear to be a lens in the middle, so I believe it's probably a camera.
A camera? But it's so small. British technology is incredible, isn't it? I mean, what about Mr. Sholmes' skin prints?
I think perhaps you should treat Mr. Sholmes' inventions as exceptions to the rule. But anyway, why would the man be in a graveyard at night with a camera?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like why would she be there? I wonder. Perhaps he was trying to capture the moment a dead body came back as a ghost on film. No.
We'll just brought this for a little while, I think. Okay, by looking at the photographic plate inside the camera, we can see what picture was taken.
What's a photographic plate?
It's a piece of glass coated in a special emulsion that reacts by light coming in through the lens. If we open the cover at the back of the camera, we should find it. Let's have a look.
You should see yourself, Susato-san. Your eyes are shiny. You really do like machinery, don't you?
Okay. Examine the camera. Camera's in there. Examine his face. Examine its...
Oh, okay. Okay, now we need to examine the professor.
This must be the killer. The fiend known as the professor.
Yes, I think so. According to what Madame Tuspel said. He killed 5 victims, all noble or royal blood.
The waxwork is so lifelike, isn't it? Like all the moths in this place.
I know. It looks like it could start moving at any moment, doesn't it? If only it had a head, that is. Perhaps we should examine a little more detail.
Okay.
Let's not.
We should... So this is the condemned man. You keep trying to read my lines.
I'm sorry. Yes, the so-called professor.
Then
To be fair, I have a lot more speaking lines than you because I picked up so many different characters, so it's only fair you steal some.
it said it was chopped off by a guillotine. But unable to find peace, he emerged from his grave as a headless ghost.
Do we have to entertain such terrifying ideas, Mr. Sato? Anyway, I'm sure the model had a head once. There's a metal fitting for it, see?
Then, perhaps Mr. Sholmes absentmindedly forgot to reattach it.
I did not?
That's extremely absent-minded detective you're describing, isn't it?
Or perhaps, the thief absentmindedly forgot to include the head when he or she returned to the museum?
And that would be an extremely absent-minded thief. there have been some reason why only the head wasn't returned? Well, whatever the reason, it means we don't know what the face of the infamous professor looks like, do we? Oh. There's something caught just inside the convict's jacket here. It looks like a piece of broken glass. And quite a big piece, too. Huh. Yeah. You see it too, don't you? Yep.
Could it be?
This is weird. I'm not putting every piece together, but
It's very thick, isn't it? About 5 times thicker than the normal window glazing, I'd say.
Where could such a thick piece of glass have come from, I wonder?
someone's really glazing that window over there with that thick glass.
Jeez.
I suppose it must have been made thick to increase its strength?
But why?
People want girthy windows, I guess.
Well, perhaps. Because the glass had to span a particularly wide area. Such as in a building, for example.
Ah. Well, we've seen large glass buildings recently, haven't we? Some of the glass was broken, too.
You don't mean?
Exactly. The Crystal Tower of the Great Exhibition.
But why would glass in the Crystal Tower be lodged inside its waxwork's jacket?
It makes you think, doesn't it?
That's very bizarre.
Ah, almost JoJo bizarre. Earlier in court, we established that the Caduceus experiment was a trick.
If this is the thing that fell, then of course it'd be dead because it never had a pulse.
Oh, so you think that someone got a wax thing made of
A Mr.
Mr.
Odie
Osmond?
Asman.
Yeah.
They got the head.
And
They attached it to the stolen professor body. And then some shenanigans with fingerprints. Either Courtney Scythe was lying her booty
Lying through her
off,
teeth.
or... Well, prints can't be really replicated as far as I'm aware, but, like, I don't know. Something like that.
yeah. And now we discover the fragment of glass here in this waxwork. Is it just a coincidence?
Sorry,
I think
when I was pausing, I was just thinking about Miss Courtney Scythe's booty. I couldn't. I just...
My goodness gracious.
Your channel partner has problems, man. Alright.
Haven't
Let's-
heard nothing yet.
Let's see. Let's look at the camera.
Okay.
That's weird!
Is that
It's...
raspberry jam?
No, it's strawberry jam!
What a wonderful
Darn.
machine!
It smells of blood, though.
Yeah. What a weird irony scent. You really love contraptions like this, don't you?
Pennies.
Oh yes, anything mechanical I find absolutely irresistible.
Almost irresistible? Surely?
Well, whenever I see a pocket watch, for example, I can't help myself. I simply have to take it apart.
That's worrying.
Yes, Father tells the time by the rumblings of his stomach now. He's gonna be having a watch.
Poor Professor Mikotoba. Hey!
Look, Mr. Naruhodo.
What is it?
On the bellows just here. There seem to be some very dark red stains.
Yeah, you're right. It looks like blood, actually.
Oh my.
I'm sure it's not what you're thinking. Haha.
Someone got their head bashed in by a camera bellows, which would... I don't know.
Oh, look, the cover came open.
Yes, now, there should be a glass plate inside. You have to change the plate with each new photograph you want to take, see?
Is something wrong?
There is no plate. It's been removed.
Ah, what a pity. But I suppose if you think about it, this would have been an actual camera that was used at the time. Just like the waxwork isn't and the actual person.
So why is there blood on this camera then?
Somebody must have used it for something.
Right.
So we never found a photographic print of the executed convict coming back to life anyway.
Oh, yes, you're quite right, of course.
Poor Susato-san. She looks devastated. I can just imagine how scary that would be. Just doopy doopy doo, walk through the graveyard. It's already spooky. Then you see this guy that's been hanged come up obviously with a broken neck, just come up arr.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't want to see that. This piece of glass is almost as thick as it is wide.
Yes, I've never seen anything quite so thick and wide before.
Me neither. If you were to compare it to a human, only Mr. Sholmes has such a thick skin.
Mind you, that is very weird the way you're phrasing this. There's really no need for such a comparison, Mr. Naruhodo, as you well know.
Anyway, it could only be from the Crystal Tower, surely.
Yes, I think so too. It was probably made especially to meet the demands of the great structure. Okay. Now, we can finally converse fully to Sholmes.
Excuse me. So this is a waxwork model of Enoch Drebber.
10 years ago, the convicted professor, having been debated and buried, emerged from his grave in the dead of night. The soul went at an unimaginable scene. Was this young man? From appearances, I would say he was about 20 years old. It's so horrifying. Scared out of his wits, the young Drebber ran to a nearby police station to report the incident. And the sheer terror of what he'd seen is said to have turned his hair white overnight.
Yes, as shown as the photograph we have of him, his hair is completely white.
For the following few days, the story of what he'd seen was on every front page in the capital. The public was frantic for every last detail about the killer who'd come back to life. As you've seen, an exhibit was even created here at Madame Tuspel's. I can quite understand why the man's hair turned white, certainly. But what I don't understand is what Mr. Drebber was doing in the first place, in a lonely graveyard in the middle of the night.
Yes. What was he up to?
I have a feeling if he had a shovel, maybe he was grave robbing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
what other reason would you have to be in a graveyard with a shovel at night?
yeah, I mean the thing is, that dog did have that collar, right?
Oh,
And
you think it was
and
after the collar?
Maybe he thought maybe the killer had.
Oh, that's true, because we didn't know no one knew where Selden's treasure was actually buried, but it had to be somewhere.
Yeah.
But
so
wait!
the first place. You think
Oh,
of is,
yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Could have been.
Could have been. As I don't actually remember why he was here in the graveyard, I'm going to assume it was grave robbing.
Mm-hmm.
The professor's acts of terror threw London's upper classes into complete panic 10 years ago. It was a great scandal, one might say, at the very highest levels of society. And since the killer's identity was never made public, rumors abounded. After all, no one had ever before systematically employed a dog as a weapon of murder.
Yes, I can imagine the impact that case must have had.
But in time, of course, the rumors abated. So too did talk of the shocking witness account of the convict who came back to life. It was forgotten, dismissed as a dubious ghost story, as a preposterous parlor tale. But why did people stop believing it? Why? Simply because there was no resurrection to speak of, as was established in fact.
What do you mean by no resurrection?
The police investigated the grave in Lowgate Cemetery and published their findings. The convict's body was found to be buried exactly where it had been following the execution. No! But that would mean Mr. Drebber must have lied to the police and newspapers.
I don't know about that. He must have saw something.
That would appear to be the only logical explanation, yes. The young man subsequently vanished from society and nothing had been heard of him since. It's rather striking, then, that he should resurface now. Don't you think?
Of course the convicted murderer couldn't really have come back to life. That's not possible. But Trevor's hair is unusually white, and that really did happen overnight as a result of shock. It's hard to believe the incident was an out-and-out lie.
Ah! What the bleeding order, Otto? What have you gone and done?
Gina, what are you doing here?
I asked Iris, and she said this is where you'd be, so... Gina! Not so loud in the museum! Madame Tuss will have you take a position as waxwork if you're not careful.
I think there might be more pressing concern.
No, I don't think so.
I
still have some flash power left from 6 months ago, so... Alright, Gina, we understand. But please, put down the gun.
Jeez. Gina, speak with your words, not with your weapons.
Sorry, I got scared.
You should try being the one on the other end of the barrel. So, what brings you here, Gina?
What brings me here? What do you think? We found it. We found that dodgy Co's workshop.
What? You found Trevor's workshop?
Yup. Toby's nose took me straight there. The boss and the others are heading over there now in a drag, so come on. Here's the address. I got the boss to write it out. Oh, thank you, Gina. We'll make our way there at once. Alright then, see you there. Oh, what's wrong, Sholmes? You go. Don't mind me. I'll just stay here, being still.
Oh, he wanted to go. What?
I know my place. In the exhibit over there. Oh dear, someone's feeling sorry for himself.
Let's go, Mr. Sholmes. You're coming.
Your words hearten me, I must say. But if I were to shirk my duties here, Madame would have me pay monetary recompense and Iris's dinner plate would be empty once more.
Forget that. I'll pay for everything.
You don't have money.
I think I might.
Then there's not a moment to lose, my dear fellow. I shall hail a carriage at once.
Whoa. No offer to share the cost from Mr. Sholmes, then.
I don't have any money.
Oh.
I shall gladly pay half, Mr. Naruto.
Thank you, Mr. Sato. Right. Let's go. I like how fast he's like, oh shoot, okay, let's go. Oh.
Hey, this looks familiar.
Yeah, it sure does. And that looks like...
I'm just taking in the rest of the workshop at the moment.
Oh, it's no super high voltage instantaneous kinesis.
Can we please stop calling it that long name every single time? I'm just calling it the kinesis machine.
I'm calling it Shivik.
Shivik.
What a piece of shivik.
Indeed, it would appear so.
Though only a prototype, naturally.
I'll have to use that.
So you got here then. Gina, well done for finding this place. And in such little time, you've really worked miracles. It's Toby who's got the miracle worker.
I thought you would show up before long.
Oh, snap.
What?
Oh, there's dogs seem like they're in a fight down the road.
Everything okay?
I don't know. But I'm up here and they're down there, so as long as they don't come up here, I'm fine. Hello, Inspector. That's one knitted brow. He looks like he's eating a lemon, not a bag of fish and chips.
So, Inspector, is there any sign of the engineer?
Sadly not. We didn't find a soul in here.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, Thank you for letting us know about this place and giving us a chance to investigate.
According to what Jan tells me, we only found it thanks to a clue that you lot turned up. I wouldn't want to, say, go to pass the debt of gratitude unpaid now, would I?
Thank you.
Anyway, if you're hoping to snoop around in here, I'd get cracking. Lord Von Zeiss and a forensic investigating team are on their way here as we speak. Patu?
Yes?
I mean, if you said your line, you cut out.
Oh, go back.
It was just them again, but...
Yeah, like, noise in the background's just freaking, catching my attention. That sounds close. I don't know what that is.
Do you... I mean, we can... we can...
Could you hold up real quick? I'm gonna go look. That's very loud.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay, we're back. Patu is okay. Everything is okay.
I didn't die.
I'm very glad you didn't. Well, I imagine you got the picture by now. They don't take too kindly to lawyer types.
Right.
So then, my dear fellow, let's turn this place upside down whilst we have the chance. And you, Sholmes... Pardon? Pardon? They take even less kind to great detectives than they do to lawyers. Very droll, Gregson, very droll. But you may consider me nothing more than an inconspicuous waxwork model. What's he on about, Sunshine?
It's a long story. You don't want to know. Right then, let's see what we can find in here.
Okay. Well, let's examine the machine, because, you know, it's kind of the biggest thing here.
Yeah, we got to.
I've got to get in there. I'm sorry, Miss Naruhodo, that machine is covered by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. Or the yeah. There'd be very serious repercussions if you were to examine it from the Crown and the government.
And they're still looking at it. Great. Well, those two don't seem to be holding back.
It's quite hollow inside. No working parts and devices of deception to be seen, my dear fellow. No loose chains dropped on the floor, nothing. Not even a bone for Toby here, my dear fella. British people are very much ruled by their own ideals, aren't they?
I think that's just these two, Miss Susato.
Okay, we examine the machine. And next is the trophy.
Yeah, what's that trophy about?
Ah, this appears to be the most interesting thing here. Well, that's not what I said, but whatever. Yes, most interesting indeed, wouldn't you say?
It's an impressive looking back massager, that's for sure.
A what?
That's not a back massager.
My dear fellow...
I've no doubt that if you hit your shoulders a few times with that, your aches and pains would soon go away.
Yes, because I'd be dead. It's a Royal Society trophy for excellence in science. A young scientist could wish for no higher honor.
Ah.
Would you like a massage?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Uh-huh.
I had no idea it was such a grand thing.
I think it's becoming increasingly clear that there's much more to this Mr. Enoch Drebber than conjuring tricks.
I couldn't agree more, my dear madam. And how about you, Mr. Naruhodo? Wouldn't you like to take at it? What? Wouldn't you like to take it with you? For your tired shoulders, of course.
He's not gonna let that go, is he?
Oh, no.
It's curious, though, isn't it? You would expect such an important trophy to be proudly on display somewhere, not haphazardly cast aside.
You good, man?
No, I'm good. I just keep thinking about that. It was like, man, all the times we just kept on like messing with us, like, dude, this isn't how this goes. Like, oh man, now he's gonna get back at us with this, isn't he?
English gentlemen can be quite a mystery at times.
No, that's a back massager.
No, not a trophy.
Let's see. Machine trophy. Got the science trophy. Let's go ahead and take a look at that before we forget.
There's a metal plaque here. Look. Fostering
Burgeoning
talent for the future of scientific discovery.
I know that. Do you know the definition of burgeoning?
No, not really.
Burgeoning. One who burgeons in the field. Okay, there's a reference to that which you don't get, which I will have to show you at some point. It's something that Ethan said in a Markiplier Makes video.
Ah.
He didn't know the definition of burgeoning.
It seems rather ironic, doesn't it?
But clearly, Mr. Trevor is really was a very talented scientist. Anything else on here?
Oh, no, that's it.
Oh, okay. This door doesn't want to open.
It's a push, not a pull.
Oh. Oops.
Yeah, looks like it's got a pretty hefty lock on it.
There's a specialist locksmith on his way over from the yard, so hands off till he gets here.
With permission, Inspector. I can have that lock open in less than a minute.
Well, you don't have permission. And no one's giving it to you.
Oh, look at Gregson's face. Like, yeah, I have power here, Sholmes.
Yeah.
Look at that smirk on his face.
Gregson looks as though he really enjoyed that.
Well, there's no sign of anybody on the other side. No.
No?
Oops.
Oh, nah, that's okay. You already said your lines. No, Trevor must have fled at first sight of danger.
Okay,
Okay.
examine the door.
Ooh, there's a quiver.
There sure are. That's the next thing we do. Hey, I'm coming.
Yeah, this is...
It's
It's a European style quiver of arrows, but still bolts inside.
I'll just see myself out.
Oh, do you suppose...
Crossbow bolts these. And just the right size for the bow you lot turned up at the exhibition grounds.
In other words,
Yup, that's more evidence to support your theory. It all goes to show that Trevor was the one pulling the strings behind the scenes of the whole scam.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Something wrong, Lucisato?
well, I thought I heard a noise from the far side of that door. Well, Gina, did you hear it too? Yeah, I heard it all. What do you reckon, Toby?
Right, I'm on the grease. Who's in there? Open up! This is Scotland Yard!
Bless you.
You.
Oh my. Someone is in there.
Ah, this rotten bleeding lock!
My dear Gregson, as I said only minutes ago. If only it were countenanced, I could unlock that door in less than a minute.
Ugh. Fine.
Come on.
I'll take the rap for it. Just get us to that blasted door.
There, you may enter it at will.
You confuse minutes with seconds, I think.
Time is of the essence, I feel. What are we waiting for?
Nothing for it, I suppose. This is an emergency.
There's a strong possibility that beyond that door is the engineer you all seek. Be prepared for action, my dear fellow.
Yes.
Actually, what you're gonna find is even more ludicrous than that. Because I remember this section not very well, but well enough to where it looks completely ridiculous.
Oh. Oh. Oh dear. What's happening here? Why is everything upside down?
Rats! There ain't no one in here after all! But there must be. It was only moments ago that we heard those noises.
Maybe that was the sound of Trevor running away.
But there's only one door into this room. And no windows that could afford an escape route. Those skylights are too high. What the
Nah, I don't know about that.
Oh, the game's like, hey, also.
What's that up there? Are they footprints on the ceiling?
Blow me! What over here then? Everyone's getting diddled and blown around here.
Dang.
Looks like someone's trying to burn something in a hurry.
Oh, that looks like a set of blueprints.
To what?
That Professor Hairbrain's bombing machine, is it? Blimey! If we'd had these, there'd have been no need to muck about trying to investigate all that scrap metal.
There is something of great interest here, too. This rope was lying on the floor at the foot of that pillar.
A rope? What's significant about that?
Maybe he wanted to hang out.
Hang around, maybe?
Maybe. Never mind. You see, but you don't observe, Mr. Naruhodo. We must investigate the entire room thoroughly, and before the forensic investigation team arrive too.
You know, before they arrive, we could just lock the door again and then be like, oh no, we couldn't got in there. Yeah.
They have a locksmith coming.
Yeah, but we could lock the door so they didn't open it.
So it lasts 2 seconds longer than if the door is unlocked.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I could get it open. And it's like, yeah, get it open. We never touched it.
There's only one thing
Also-
that we need to investigate here. It's always Sholmes.
Mr. Sholmes, have you found something?
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, in point of fact, something rather fascinating. What do you make of this?
Let's see. I've never seen anything like it before. That's dangerous, though. Looks like a bundle of thick cigars wrapped in a large watch and...
Ah!
Mr. Soto, what's the matter?
Mr. Sato, why is everyone interrupting me all of a sudden?
Jeez.
In a large watch. Yeah,
Well,
okay.
TV, but...
That's a... Surely that's a time bomb, isn't it?
What did you say?
Time bomb?
Yeah, it blows up time. No, wait,
Yeah.
that's not right.
Oh, sorry, but...
Sorry, but that belongs to Yoshikage Kira.
Yeah, he knows bites the dust.
Oh, he
What-
does have time bombs. Oh, that's
He
so
really
clever.
does. That's cool. What's
Yeah.
a time bomb?
You truly are one of a kind, Mr. Naruhodo. I bet even your descendants aren't quite like you.
I won't take that as a compliment.
Oh.
Ha! You don't know nothing, do you, Otto?
You haven't got a clue what it is either, have you, Gina?
I invite you to consult a dictionary later, Mr. Naruhodo. But this particular specimen is no time bomb, though I confess it has a very similar appearance. Oh, well, thank goodness. But then, what is it? I see. So that's it. Goodness, Mr. Sholmes, have you seen to the heart of the matter?
You know what this means.
Uh-oh.
There are times when I consider my lot most unfair. For I am fated never to know how it feels to flounder as you do when a puzzle presents itself. But I have learned to accept the hardships that come with being a great detective, Mr. Sato.
Here we go. I feel a great deduction coming.
More like a great delusion.
Once again, I can draw two conclusions from the scene we see before us. The first is that the inverted nature of the furniture in this room is the work of Drebber himself. Oh, but how could you... And the second conclusion is that the small device on the floor there is, without question, completely genuine.
Didn't have any doubts about that.
Maybe we should leave then.
Please, Mr. Soames, you must explain everything.
Well, it's not a time bomb, according to him.
It would be a pleasure.
After all, it is a great detective's civic duty to teach Scotland Yard the finer points of the trade. Eh, Gregson? Shut up! I can make that face too!
Well, Inspector Gregson seems delighted with the idea anyway.
Oh, you deflected the inspector's glare with such fortitude there, Mr. Sholmes. Well done. You're too kind, my dear madam. I hereby dedicate this great deduction to you. Kindly stand just there, Mr. Sato. Oh, yes. I'd be delighted. So, shall we begin? Once again, Sherlock Holmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. The game is afoot, my boy.
This feels like a whole new thing now. Now we know that he's like just, I guess, like teaching us, I suppose.
Well, I mean, he might still have some problems. It's plain to see this room is in complete disarray. The bed, the tables and chairs, the lamp, everything is upside down. Almost every item in this room had, until recently, been happily positioned on the ceiling, before falling straight down onto the floor. Every item in the room was on the ceiling? Are you suggesting that... Indeed, the key here is gravity. It would appear that technology has at last succeeded in freeing us from the great pull of the Earth. For the gravity in this room is reversed and then suddenly restored to normality. Goodness! The inverted furniture clearly reveals the truth about the part gravity played in this whole business. That doesn't seem right.
I don't know about that.
I'm quite sure I'm right. I quite understand your skepticism, Mr. Sato. I, too, was incredulous at first. However, my conviction is in my analysis. Oh, whoops. However, my conviction in my analysis was cemented when I observed this. An anti-gravity device, almost identical to one that featured in a dream of mine only the other day, in fact. I think that might have just been a dream, then. But then why does it have a clock on it? A most relevant question indeed. That is a timing device that controls when the gravity direction will switch. There was clearly a requirement for the engineer to be able to restore normal gravity automatically. And the commotion we heard earlier from the other side of the door was the moment that restoration occurred. Yes, the reason why everything in here has been turned upside down is because of the anti-gravity device. I don't think that's it.
If they can do that transportation thing, then I don't think it could do this.
So you see, we need look no further to explain the state in which we now find this room. The direction in which gravity acts in here was reversed by Mr. Drebber, before being restored to normality in automatic fashion sometime later by the timer device. I have witnessed precisely this scene in the dream I once had when I fell out of bed. Ouch.
Did you now?
I did. Hit my head something fierce, I did.
Okay.
Now, let us consider the next conundrum. What was our engineer's friend's aim? Indubitably, the greatest clue we have to explain his actions is above our heads.
Yeah.
Yes, how's about there are footprints all the way up there in the ceiling? A question whose answer will lead us neatly to the truth, my dear madam. The reason there are footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby skylight. What? No, that doesn't make any sense to me either. What?
I don't know. Well, that's kind of weird.
Of course, Drebber's aim was singular, to escape.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
However, there's but one way into this room. Excepting the skylight, that is. By inverting the gravity in here, Drebber was able to fall conveniently to the ceiling, almost as if he had the power of Sea Moon, and make his escape via the otherwise inaccessible skylight, leaving these footprints behind on the way. But the ceiling in here is very high, Mr. Sholmes. If the gravity reversal was sudden, wouldn't Mr. Drebber have fallen up to the ceiling rather violently? Falling up is both scientifically and philosophically a rather interesting concept, I feel. But the man was cornered with nowhere to run, so escape through the skylight was his only option. You may recall that I found this in the room earlier, which I believe offers a solution. Oh, the rope. To reach the intended destination, what better tool than with this rope? By anchoring one end to the wall, the man was able to lower himself safely to the ceiling. Which explains how Jeb was able to escape this room before our arrival. Everything I said has made total and perfect sense. He reversed the pull of gravity and fled via the skylight. And personally, I should very much like to reverse the pull of gravity again now. Just for fun.
If that was possible, I don't
So, yes, this is his most bogus dance of deduction yet.
Tease.
Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this topsy-turvy puzzle.
I kind of wonder if he somehow made the room, like, roll around, though, but I'm not sure. She's completely spellbound. Mr. Sholmes, there is just one thing that troubles me.
Just one.
Or, okay, maybe two or three.
I expect nothing less. You're destined to be told by just one thing for the rest of your life.
The thing is such a thing actually possible? An anti-gravity device, I mean.
Well, no, of course not. That'd be ridiculous. I would say that with this man's current scientific knowledge at the turn of the 20th century, it's no more possible than instantaneous kinesis. And I've already told you that is impossible.
Yeah, so why are we backtracking on that?
I'm not.
But your whole deduction hinges on it.
Yes, well, no. That's why you're here. Ah, but my dear fellow, when you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. However improbable it may seem. It's a marvelous line, wouldn't you agree? One of my more enduring pearls of wisdom. I was come up with that exact phrasing. My original was clumsy.
Yes, I have a feeling I've read it in something that Mrs. Sato lent me once.
Objection.
Actually, there is one other thing, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, the spell's broken at last.
The rope you found on the floor, wasn't it? Indeed it was. It lonely coils... It lonely coils near the wall. But if Mr. Jebbard used it to escape in the way you described, wouldn't it still be tied to the wall? No.
How about no?
Mysteries inevitably unravel in the end, as I think you'll find do ropes. And as evidence of such, you need only look at the mystery you face in this room, now skillfully unraveled.
That argument is as circular as the coils of rope.
I think perhaps we might need to give Mr. Sholmes the usual little helping hand. I'm sure with some minor corrections, the great detective's great deduction will lead us to the truth.
Yes, you're right.
I have a feeling these minor deductions are going to be not so minor this time around.
Yeah, we're gonna need to do quite a lot of fixing with this one. And we must do it quickly, before Enoch Drebber gets too far away.
If you're ready, then let us resume. Sherlock Holmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. I'm right. There is no doubt about it.
Of course, but I have a few things to point out. Just a few.
Well, we'll see about that. It's plain to see that this room is in complete disarray. The bed, the table and chairs, the lamp, everything is upside down. Almost as if every item in this room had until recently been happily positioned on the ceiling, before falling straight down to the floor.
Okay.
Every item in the room was on the ceiling. Are you suggesting that... Indeed, the key here is gravity. It would appear that technologies at last succeed in freeing us from the great pull of the Earth. For the gravity in this room was reversed, and then suddenly restored to normality. Goodness! The inverted furniture clearly reveals the truth about the past gravity played in the whole business. Part.
Okay, hold on.
To think gravity could have been reversed in this very room. I find the whole idea utterly enthralling. Only Mr. Sholmes could conceive of such an explanation. Yeah, only him.
He really could. But the man himself admitted that it was a scientific impossibility, so...
Yes, you're quite right. We must completely discount the idea at once.
Yeah, you betcha. Oh, that's unusually merciless, Mrs. Sato.
When you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. The great detective himself said so, didn't he?
No, he didn't. Iris said it for him.
Yeah. While refusing to part with his streams of anti-gravity devices.
Yes, I suppose so.
Well, let's see if examining this topsy-turvy scene a little more closely reveals some proof that shows exactly what the gravity in this room was or wasn't doing.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Hey, that's upright.
Yeah, why is this, like, not turned over or anything like that? That's weird. The upright face clearly reveals the truth about the part gravity plate in this whole business.
Upon my word, Mr. Naruhodo, you've surpassed yourself by completely turning my argument on its head. Trying to impress your assistant here, perhaps.
No one is trying to steal your spotlight here, Mr. Sholmes. Trust me.
As you rightfully say, though it appears at first glance that all the furniture in this room is upside down. This unassuming, slender vase is standing keenly to attention. And unlike the large safe, there is nothing affixing it to the floor.
And it's the exception that breaks the rule.
In short, much as it pains me. Ah! The ground in this room was never inverted at all!
My deepest sympathies for your loss.
Oh, poor Mr. Sholmes. Anyway, the show must go on. So, let's continue with our deductions. Now we know this contrivance is not in fact an anti-gravity device. There remains but one other possibility.
You don't say.
I do! Someone deliberately turned over every piece of furniture in here.
Which might sound obvious, but leaves one mystery very much unsolved. Namely, why would anyone choose to do that?
Quite. And naturally, there is an explanation. Yes, the reason why everything in here has been turned upside down is because of the anti-gravity device.
Oh, no. He's absolutely determined that this device must have something to do with it, isn't he?
I'm afraid the lure of an exciting scientific explanation is too strong.
Well, there's no doubt that somebody did this. Somebody turned all the furniture over.
This is like the thing is like, I remember this so much because of just how insistent he was on how stupid this idea was.
Like, please let it be
Like,
anti-gravity.
oh yes,
please.
anti-gravity. Right, yeah, totally.
So whoever it was must have had a reason.
I'm afraid nothing comes to mind at all, though.
Well, let's look around to see if an answer presents itself.
What the?
Save. What?
Huh.
Okay. But why? Yes, the reason why everything here has been turned upside down is because of the safe combination.
Precisely. I believe, Mr. Naruhodo, that you had a very similar experience once, did you not?
Yes, last year. When I brought a lottery ticket and noted the ticket number down on the inside of a book just in case.
That's it. 4 people are forgetful souls at heart, and always make a written note of important information. Just keeping the ticket itself safe would be more sensible, I think. And what, pray, happened next, Mr. Naruhodo?
On the day the draw came around, I forgot on which book I had written the number in, and I had to turn it in my room upside down to find it.
Yes, made quite a lot of noise that day. That's it, for people are forgetful souls at heart, and always forget where they noted things down. Why do you always note things in the same place?
I actually won second prize, you know? But I couldn't remember which magazine I slipped the ticket.
Thank you, Miss Naruhodo. I believe I proved my point now.
Ah, okay.
Viggy has logged into Sky at least 3 times during this entire recording, which is that a very similar scenario has clearly unfolded in this room.
Finding himself requiring access to the safe, the occupant of this room needed the combination code. He remembered that he'd written it on the underside of a piece of furniture, but forgot which one.
Leading to the state in which we now find the room. Yes, Mr. Driver overturned all the furniture in here, in a desperate hurry to locate the combination code that would unlock the safe. Turns out it wasn't because gravity was reversed. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Crazy as it may be, I don't think that gravity had any part.
Would have been pretty cool, but nah.
Now, let us consider the next conundrum. What was our engineer friend's aim? Indubitably, the greatest clue we have to explain his actions is above our heads.
Yeah, the footprints.
Yes, how is it possible there are footprints all the way up there in the ceiling? A question whose answer will lead us neatly to the truth, my dear madam. The reason there are footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby skylight.
I don't know about that.
Well, if a change in the direction of gravity can't explain it, then how do those footprints get there?
Yes, I feel as though that particular mystery has just become even harder to solve.
See, if you had just said yes to the reverse gravity, this would have been so much easier. I can't think of any other way to explain it at all. Life was so much simpler in those halcyon days when gravity could be reversed.
It was minutes ago, and those halcyon days never existed in the first place.
Oh. Well, I suppose we must simply put our faith in Mr. Sholmes and observe the area in more detail.
Putting our faith in Mr. Sholmes is what got us into these situations in the first place.
It's true.
It's a balloon. Oh, hey! There's feety prints all over that thing.
There sure are.
The reason there are footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby shoe.
Well, that makes no sense at all. Oh, hey. On closer inspection, there are clearly footprints all over the balloon as well. In other words, the aim was never the skylight at all, but the balloon.
It's a green balloon.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah,
green
it is a green balloon.
Oh, that's weird.
But
Because there was also a green balloon in that other.
And that's when that exploded, which had the bird cage with the supposed mannequin.
But for what purpose? A green balloon. That seems somewhat familiar data. It was a piece of green balloon's envelope that Mr. Naruto and Naruhodo and Iris found at the scene, not Mr. Naruto. Jesus.
I don't remember myself wearing a ninja headband.
Or wearing orange.
Or having blonde hair. Inside the green balloon that Master Guts claims he saw above the stage when the incident occurred. What's the second bird cage? The crux of the whole instantaneous kinesis deception.
You mean to say... If we assume the balloon here is a model... Excuse you. If to assume the balloon here is a model the one used on the day, there is a strong possibility something may be concealed inside it. Oh. What's in the balloon?
What's in the balloon?
Something our absconder was desperate to retrieve before making a hasty getaway.
But the balloon's out of reach.
Well, if he reversed gravity, he could have gotten it, couldn't he?
Yeah, but it doesn't exist.
Hence why he resorted to a projectile. Namely, the shoe. Most probably, Drebber intended to tear a hole in the envelope by assailing it with the shoe. However, his efforts were thwarted when the shoe itself became a prison of those lofty heights. Oh dear. We desperately need to examine that balloon. If only there was some way we could see inside. You may recall I found this in the room earlier, which I believe offers a solution. Oh, the rope. To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this rope? Mr. Sholmes has managed to bring the deduction back to the rope.
Alright, I have to admit, that was clever. So we just throw the rope up to the balloon, then pull it down into us on the ground?
I mean, if we know how to do like a lasso throw, sure.
Yeah, I
Which
couldn't.
is much easier said than done, I feel. And could take us a very long time as well.
True. Perhaps we need a more surefire method. In fact, we already have one, of course, don't we?
We do.
Yep, we can just shoot it down,
Yep.
can't we?
I suppose that is a better tool now that you mention it.
Yeah. To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this crossbow?
That was found at the scene, in fact.
And in all likelihood, it belongs to Mr. Drebber.
If the man only brought it away with him that day, he could have avoided losing a shoe at such a critical time as this.
So, pop.
So, shall we? Your curiosity is deeply stirred, no doubt, my dear fellows. What is it that Enoch Drebber has hidden inside that balloon?
Oh.
Ah!
What the? A waxwork?
Indeed it is. A waxwork head inside a metal mask. A mask that is shut tight and fastened with a strong and quite impenetrable lock.
So we can't see the face inside. That means...
Just a moment. This is the head of a waxwork model? Does that mean... Oh goodness! I see you joined the joined? I see you joined the dots, Mr. Sato. Excellent.
Ah, of course. A headless waxwork model. The case of the abducted Madame Tuspel's model that you largely solved. It was only the head of the killer that was still missing.
Indeed it was. But I believe Madame Tuspels will now have to settle her sizable account with me. This, as you have now surmised, is the head of the infamous professor.
Yes.
But why is it here? This conclusively confirms my suspicions. The man responsible for stealing the professor from Madame Tuspels and returning it, sans tête, earlier today, was none other than Enoch Drebber.
This is incredible. Professor Hairbrain's case and the waxwork abduction are... They're inextricably linked by Enoch Drebber's workshop. Yeah. More sick evidence. But we still don't know what his face looked like.
Well, it appears our logical pleasure cruise has come to an end, my dear fellows. All that remains is, yes, to speak with the architect of this adventure. The architect?
You mean Mr. Drebber?
By the way, this is our final dance of deduction.
Aww.
This is why the music is suddenly more intense and a little different.
Dang. I'm gonna kinda miss these though.
As it seems quite impossible he escaped via one of the skylights. Obviously, the man must still be in here in this room. What? And his location should be abundantly clear. If you simply reflect on the journey we made together during this deduction.
Enoch Drebber's right here, somewhere in this room?
Do you know where he is, Batu?
No. He's not hiding under the bed, is he? That's
No.
such a cliche way.
So why did he overturn the chair?
So he... Oh!
Yeah.
I think he hid in the lock. Not in the lock, but the safe.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, will you do the honors?
Yes, of course. Drebber, the hiding place must be...
Take that!
Before we gained access to the back room, we heard noises from in here.
Which tells us that
Which tells me the engineer was still in the building at that point in time. I thought I heard something else. Never mind.
Yeah, I thought I did as well. I kind of looked around. He was in fact searching for the combination to his safe.
And pressed for time, made no attempt to right the furniture to overturn the process. From which we can deduce that his search for the combination happened very recently indeed. In summary, Mr. Enoch Drebber is at this very moment inside the safe. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this topsy-turvy puzzle.
Quick, somebody light a fire up under it. Heat it from the inside.
Oh goodness!
The outside.
We need him. We need him alive in court.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I forgot we were lawyers.
We can do that afterwards.
Okay. Yay.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, I think perhaps it's time we ended this game of hide and seek, don't you?
By opening the safe, you mean?
What else?
Let's see. The combination was
432582.
I knew that. Alright then. Here goes. Ouch. That looks like it really hurts.
You found me.
Huh.
Right then, sir. Mr. Enoch Drebber, I presume. Correct.
You better start talking. You tricked Professor Hairbrain with that bogus machine you built.
And you shall have to explain the theft of the waxwork from Madame Tespos as well.
Whilst I would be delighted to answer your many questions. Personally, I would advise that you deactivate my little parcel first.
Deactivate?
Your parcel?
I'd refer, of course, to the time bomb I left in the most prominent position.
Ah!
Ha ha ha. I see. Stunned silence. You're all gearing up to die with me then?
No!
Oh, dang. Are we gonna explode?
Mr. Sholmes, with only 7 seconds to spare!
I was too close for comfort. I've got one foot in the grave already.
Are you trying to help us get a killer or get us killed?
Mr. Sholmes' deductions can be completely life-altering, can't they?
Well, my dear fellows, that was a close shave.
The resemblance to an anti-gravity device is really quite startling, I must say.
Those don't exist! Yeah, what she said.
Anti-gravity devices don't exist!
Whew. I wouldn't push it, Mr. Sholmes.
You want to talk to him?
No, I actually really don't. He is freaking me out with those mechanical parts. Ooh, boy. What on earth happened in here? I thought we already deducted.
You've found me, haven't you? No need to screw me down any further. Everything in here is precisely what it seems. Yeah, well, we'll be giving a thorough going over it, don't you worry, Trevor. What fails to click with me is how you were able to locate my workshop. That I was not expecting. When I heard whistling from the other room, I knew it was time to bolt.
Whistling? Ah, that would have been me. Oh. For some reason, I woke in fine fettle today.
No word. Just tightly squeezed chips.
Clearly I must have a screw loose though, as I couldn't remember the combination for the safe. And another one loose as I couldn't remember on which piece of furniture I'd written it down.
We also found a rope over by the wall.
Yes, I'd hoped to exit through the skylight, but sadly the rope was too short. So, I then set about searching for the combination code to open the safe. And burn the incriminating blueprints, don't forget. Regrettably, though, you failed to retrieve the head from the balloon among the rafters.
And after that, you hid yourself inside the safe? Having first set this parcel ticking.
Well, I had no intention of being nailed by the police.
A death wish, have you? Hiding right beside a ticking time bomb.
Please, why do you suppose I chose to hide inside the safe? It's no ordinary safe. It's specifically designed. A dynamite explosion wouldn't leave a scratch on it. So in fact, the safe was the only safe place. Tell me, have you ever played Spider-Man for the PlayStation 1? You throw a bomb in the safe and nothing bad happens to the safe. Curious. Precisely. But once you climbed inside, you wouldn't have been able to get out again. I invite you to look more closely. The safe is fitted with a handle on the inside to allow the door to be unlocked from within.
Ah, so it is.
I had always intended to blow this place to smithers in any case. I just wasn't expecting uninvited guests to come along and screw up my plans.
Do you mean to say you were planning to blow us all up?
No, that was unforeseen.
What do you mean?
Most people run, you see, when they see a ticking time bomb at their feet.
Ah,
I calculated the time required for retreat to a safe distance, and set the device accordingly. But your seemingly endless discourse in here threw a spanner in the works.
Gregson's face!
Is something wrong, Gregson? Do I have something on my face, besides usual eyes, ears, nose, and mouth?
I'm gonna punch you.
Oh, please don't.
It's gonna hurt. I think we have a fairly good idea of what's been going on here now. But what about the two incidents you've evidently been involved in recently? Professor Hairbrain's instantaneous kinesis experiment at the Great Exhibition. And the waxwork model you stole, which this head belongs to.
Speaking of which, we can now kind of look at that. I don't think we can do anything with it because it's locked tight, but...
Yeah, how do we get it off? Oh, this lock does look very strong, doesn't it? There's definitely no way you could remove the mask yourself if it was put on you.
What a terrible way to treat someone, even a convicted criminal.
I know. I don't actually care though. This starting
I'm gonna
to
say
make
I
me
don't
livid,
feel
actually.
the same.
Yeah. If you actually kill people, then you deserve the worst death.
Mr. Naruhodo, please.
I mean, just think about it. Imagine if you had an itch in your cheek all of a sudden. You'd be utterly helpless.
Well, yes, that's true. But I'm not sure that warrants quite so much anger.
Oh, right. Sorry. I mean, I'd be upset. Just imagine if, like, for, like, a punishment, they'd, like, get itching powder and just put it on your face, but then they lock your face inside the mask so you can't scratch it.
Yikes.
We'll let you out, but only if you tell us what we want to know.
That's no ordinary head, you know. That's the head of the professor. clad in a mask with the lock so strong, I'm unable to open it safely to reveal the killer's identity. I've been considering carrying it around as protection. After all, that's enough.
We waited too long.
Mommy? What's going on here, Gregson? I'm sure you're aware that I have sole jurisdiction to investigate here.
Yes, well...
Scythe again. So the forensics investigation team are here.
And you know full well this engineer's a key witness. Why are you allowing this lawyer access to him? If Lord Strongheart knew of this, you'd be finished. You lot, leave at once. My dear madam, there's no need for such a threatening tone, I assure you. After all, that's no way to greet an old acquaintance, is it, Dr. Scythe? Hello, Sholmes.
Mr. Sholmes knows Dr. Scythe?
I am very popular with the ladies. I am a great detective, after all.
Oh, okay. I get it.
If it's protecting the machine next door that's causing such a sour expression on your face, you are quite misguided. It's really nothing more than a shell, you... Get out! But of course, we'll show ourselves a door. I see you haven't softened at all. Miss Naruhodo,
Yes?
it would appear that our delightfully entertaining investigations have run their course for today.
But Mr. Sholmes...
Let us leave this place in the doctor's capable hands.
But...
I said get out, now, all of you! Your presence here is not required either, Gregson.
Understood. But I'll just say one thing before I head off. If it wasn't for this lawyer and his companions, we'd never have found this place, and the whole workshop would have been blown to bits. There was a time bomb set in here that this lot disarmed.
Vector.
Something giving you a chuckle, has it, Drebber?
Ah, so sorry. Didn't mean to offend. You're quite right, of course. You did disarm the time bomb, didn't you? Yes, you did disarm that one. What are you... That one? You mean...
Oh no. I think we should beat feet and get out of here.
It's outside.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. It was an hour later when we heard the news of the enormous explosion that ripped through the experimentation stage of the Great Exhibition. Professor Harebrain's invention and all of its secrets were blown away forever. Oh, wow. He really thought of everything, didn't he?
He did.
He is smart.
He's scum. But he is smart. Well, anyway, that's it for this long episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. You know how YouTube works. Thank you, Patu, for figuring out Sholmes' weird anti-grav puzzle.
Yeah, it's not really much of an anti-gravity machine when you think about it.
No, it's not. It's not at all, actually. But, anyways, we'll see y'all in court.